Every once in a while it shoots out a hot dog.
I mean, I just thought that's what showers did. God damn it. All
I'm
right.
just trying to feed you breakfast, damn.
It just smells like fucking fried hot dogs.
I don't smell
Did you say fried hot dogs? God, fried hot dogs are so good.
I do not think so.
Curly?
Fried hot dog sounds
Yes.
gross.
Fried wieners? Ooh. God damn, that's good.
You keep randomly
keep
hosting a
putting it over
person,
there.
and then going live, and then
I
randomly
know.
hosting a person, and then
I
going
know.
live.
I'm so mad at the internet right now. I can't even. I'm
Where's
very,
this lemon
very
wine?
frustrated.
Lemon wine. So good to
Lemon wine?
Yeah, I make lemon wine at work.
No, he takes his Nalgene and he puts a slice of lemon in there and he leaves it in there for like a week at a time.
Oh!
He does, and also
Ew.
he leaves it out. Like it will set out overnight. He does not put it in the fridge, and he still drinks
Well,
it. That
whenever I
is
start
gross.
getting shits
I
in
mean,
the
I
mornings,
drink
I know
my
it's
water
time to
sitting
to
out.
Oh!
switch
Yeah,
out
well,
water.
water, that's completely fine. If have a
You
cup
must
of lemon,
seriously
that's
have
not
the
fine.
most fucking cast iron stomach of anybody in the entire world.
I don't know. He shits a lot.
Alright, are we all gonna pay up on this fine?
No,
I'm
let's
not.
let them in. We don't need to pay for this.
They don't want in, they just want gold.
No, we'll just
Well-
tell them we didn't know any better, so they can't. Fine.
Yeah, and we'll just
That
say,
doesn't
no,
work.
actually just say, oh, okay, well, we'll be leaving then, and then go back and hide. They're not going to know we're in here.
Alright, I'll ask them.
What do you ask?
Is that sweet?
I'm gonna say,
That sounds
hang on a second, and that's when I go in and
I
confirm
think
with
it's
everyone.
slightly-
Okay.
And I'll pop my head back out and say,
Sweet.
so can we just leave instead of paying the fine?
Do you ask them that?
Yeah.
He says, "That's not how fines work."
We didn't know it was a fine. We're not from here.
My Porsche.
He says, "Just pay the fine, please."
Perhaps we-
At least invite them into the thing, and maybe
Yeah.
diplomacy will
Bring
work
them in.
better
Yeah,
if not
that's kind of what I
freezing
was
cold.
thinking.
I'll ask them if they want to come in.
Come in and
where?
discuss it.
Tell them to just walk towards the door.
Into this magic hut thing.
But there's so much snow.
I'll pop my
I
hand out
have
and point
heard
back
I've seen
at it.
pictures.
I sent him like the first phase one of it.
Should I just climb in?
Can you allow them in?
Mhm.
Okay, that's how we get in. I'm gonna pop my head in and tell them to allow them in.
I'm gonna
Open a magic door.
like unclench and let them come in.
Hurry!
It
So
hurts.
one of the
Someone gets expelled.
first guard kind of acts like he's trying to like pull something apart when he gets in there, and just kind of like and falls in.
Quit it, you weirdo.
Siren giggles a little bit.
The second guard realizes what's going on and steps in. And instantly they're both just like, oh, it's so much warmer.
Yes, it's fueled by evil magic.
No!
What?
I'm joking. A little highway humor.
So the first guard says, as I was saying, it's 200 gold fine to set up any kind of encampment outside of the city.
Do we have any food or anything to give them? Any drinks? Or have we already offered them any food or drink in here?
Can Siren... Siren's gonna try to lawyer him. I'm gonna ask if there's any signs posted.
I mean,
What
how is your persuasion?
0.
Really? What? How's your persuasion?
I'm not here,
I'm
but it's 8.
I got a 12. It's not awful.
12. And what do you say?
I'm gonna tell him that we're not from around here and that we didn't see any signs posted.
He says, yes,
We didn't think that we would make it into the camp. It's very cold outside.
says, yes, it is. Unfortunately, just because you don't know about a law doesn't mean that it's not still a law.
Now, what does the law say specifically?
Specifically, the law states that one shall not post camp within 35... Hold 1 second. He produces a small little book, thumbs through it.
Quick, rip the page out. It said 20 feet and we're 30.
He says, I see. He says, one shall not post camp within a 45-minute walk of the city gates of any major city within the 10 towns.
Well, good thing this is not a camp. This is merely just a little warm bubble to keep us from dying.
Yes, well, unfortunately, we saw the creation of this dome last night on our scouting, and we realized it was still here this morning.
I think that was a different dome
Yeah.
from someone else.
We definitely don't have a campfire here. This is not a camp.
It's very warm in here, as though you've had a campfire.
That's
just
not how magic works, my
It's
friend.
magic.
Would you like something to eat?
Is it a magic camp?
No,
That doesn't
No.
exist.
it's merely
Magic camp.
a giant
That's where we
coach
all
that
learned
we
our
can all
tricks
get
from.
in.
He says, okay, listen. It's very cold outside. And I have no wish to stay here and bother you for any longer than need be. All I know is I was told to come collect a fine from the people in the weird igloo.
So our igloo is noticeable to the outside. It's not like we're not just.
Well, it's just a
It-
It's not like a
snow dome.
theory.
It apparently became more noticeable, you suspect, when the snow started piling up on it.
Ball sitting in the middle of the road. I mean, I guess we can just fucking pay it up because I don't think we're gonna.
I mean,
I'm not gonna
so
pay
busy
up.
about this. I'd rather not. I'd
It's just
rather
like 50 gold
Yeah, it's
each.
50 gold.
Wait, do we not have something that
It's
we
less
could,
than
like,
50
you know,
gold
like,
each.
spellbound these
Oh, you're not there.
guys
I'm not
or
there.
something to make them leave?
Fireball?
No,
I have charm,
not to
but
kill
I'm not
them, but
there.
some kind of charm.
Charm
yeah,
won't-
that's
Charm won't
essentially
help long
what I
enough
mean.
though.
Your
Well, yeah,
charmer
we just need
and
to get away
persuader
from
is
us.
not present.
Yeah,
I
you're,
have
you're
the
charm
charm
persuader.
I have charm, but it's not prepared.
I can persuade his
Mine's
ears
already
right
there.
off.
Have we all tried charisma? I haven't tried yet.
Ooh.
Give me a chance. Give me a
We
chance.
could kill them, reanimate their corpses, and then send those back in the town and say like, "All good."
I don't think we should try that. I'm gonna try to persuade them
I'm on
to.
Plus,
I'll
I'm
give
hungry.
them some food and water and tell them they can warm up in here as long as they need, but surely they wouldn't mind to let us go past without the thing.
Well, they were given
Without
Right.
the thing.
they were given instructions from higher up apparently.
20, not auto 20, but just 20.
So the first guard says, I don't know. And the second guard says,
Girl, that's a big fat 8.
the second guard, the one that hasn't spoken much,
Charisma.
he says,
And survival.
how about this? I have a compromise for you.
Take her.
No.
He says,
That's another one roaming.
She won't
the,
have me.
another one roaming
You
the
guys
road.
could ask if they had any incidents with people dying on the road, so we can know if you guys are gonna find a corpse somewhere.
We'll find out soon.
he said, here's what we can do. Obviously, this is a first infraction as far as we're concerned. You do not look familiar to me. I've never seen you before. If you'll let us just stay in this hut for a few more minutes, then we'll let you go.
A hut, not a camp.
Absolutely. You're welcome to. Would you like some water or perhaps some of the food we have to share?
Is it warm food?
Could be.
Can you
Yeah,
make warm
I
food?
can
I
make
mean, I have
food.
rations, but they're not warm.
I will use burning hands. I'll put it in the soup.
I believe we do.
Like a sous vide.
have
Fucking
some
dirty
warm
ass
food
animal.
we can create for
Sous
you.
vide.
He says, please, I would kill for a warm meal.
Whoa.
Don't kill.
This specifically fits.
Do we have
I
any
have
soup or
The food
anything?
is bland but nourishing.
We have elven
We have butter.
crackers.
Butter.
Oh, I do have,
We
I
have
have
butter.
lemons and butter.
Ooh, give them butter to lemons.
Oh yeah, that's
You're,
not that.
Ah, never mind.
What? What?
I was gonna say your lemons are frozen, but you've been sleeping in this hut all night, so.
Oh. My lemons are perfect.
I mean, we have rations.
They're a
and
little
stuff.
weird.
I'm gonna put this creepy mask on.
Could
and
we,
try to
like-
scare them?
Do we have like bread? Do we have
Woo!
like bread as part of the rations?
I'm
I might
actually
find
not exactly sure what rations contain in 5th edition.
Because we could offer them some warm buttered bread.
Some warm buttered lemons.
Or we could put the the bread in some water and make some like bread pudding. Say, here's some soggy bread.
Which is pretty much exactly what it would be.
We have candles and stuff. You can heat up
Yeah.
butter on
I
it.
don't want to go through all that trouble.
I'm not gonna waste my pot of butter on
Have
it.
20 candles in one small candle.
This pot of butter nearly got us kicked out of a town. A whole town.
Rations consist of dry food suitable for extended travel, including jerky, dried food, hardtack, and nuts.
Boil some jerky and nuts in some water.
Soup's done.
It's okay, you put butter in it, it'll be good.
I'll put some butter in there and then I'll add a little spritz of lemon at the end.
Well,
I don't know about that. Maybe some zest.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. Just, I'm
Zestfully
not gonna
clean.
rub the perfect skin off my lemons for them.
I mean, we'll fix something up. We'll just
Do you have anything to fix up?
we have jerky and nuts.
This food, the food I can create though, apparently is bland.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
I
think
mean,
we
I
care
have,
that much.
I have a ration. We can give them some
We could
butter
heat it
if they'd
up.
like to butter.
We could heat it up and I guess add some butter and some lemon to it.
Sure.
Might be less bland with butter on it.
I'm gonna.
The
I
food
would
you're
try
cre-
to
you're
cook,
gonna
but
create?
I'm noble and
I
I've
wouldn't
never
put
cooked a
lemon
thing in
on
my
it.
life.
What kind of food does it create?
It doesn't say.
Great
spell is it?
mush.
It just says create food and water. It's a third level. The food is bland but nourishing.
It's like a gray grits.
Yep.
Nourish
That's
me,
what I
senpai.
imagine it is.
It's
But then we add the butter.
It's steel cut.
and the
It's steel
lime.
cut
It's some
oats.
shrimp.
45 pounds of food?
Yeah.
45
God
pounds!
damn!
How
Holy
wasteful.
shit.
Every day I can. Yeah, every day I can create.
God damn, I didn't know
Enough
that.
food to sustain 15 humanoids and 5 horses.
Or 5 horses.
Oh, or 5 horses, sorry.
24 hours.
Shit.
Also, the food spoils if uneaten after 24 hours.
And the water is clean but doesn't go bad.
Yep.
You started a little shitty restaurant.
45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
That's some
Do you have this spell
rough
prepared?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Bellies.
I'm gonna say that it's basically plain porridge.
And then we're gonna
But is
spruce
it
it
warm? Does
up.
it come out warm?
It-
It comes out
Porridge,
room temperature.
porridge.
We'll heat it up.
Do you have a
I'll-
pot?
Wow, Jinx, you each other.
Does he use a little candle?
Give me a Coke.
Let's put it on top of the candle.
Do you have a pot or anything to keep it in to heat it up?
Do we have a
Because
pot?
literally, if you otherwise, it's just going to create fucking porridge all over the ground.
Oh, no,
Tell them to
God,
open their
this.
mouths and get ready.
Every container.
I don't have anything that would create this.
Open your mouth and open your throat up.
I mean, can you
45 pounds of porridge right in their
Leave
mouths.
your throat open.
In a water skin,
Thing
you
is,
create it
can we
there.
not just have
Yeah.
like a party rule? Like it comes out in a thing. Because we've cast this before.
I
This
know,
has never
I'm
been
just
an
fucking with
issue.
We can put it in a sack.
It comes in baskets.
Basket
There,
porridge.
You have to
They
get
immediately
baskets.
leak it out.
Leaking
Here.
baskets.
They look at us weird. Just lick the sides of it. That's what we do.
Okay.
Like fucking
Um,
hamsters.
the baskets
It
are
comes
edible.
it comes in plain clay bowls,
Okay.
but nothing you could heat over a fire.
No, I don't like this party rule. I want it to be just out in the open every time I make it. I want us to have a bowl or
It just kind of
something.
spurts out of your hand every time you cast it. It's like,
like porridge fingers.
Yes. Each of you put a finger in your mouth.
brace yourself. The PSI is incredible.
Goddamn porridge cannon.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it creates it in clay bowls because otherwise you'll find a way to abuse that. You'll create 45 pounds of porridge on top of somebody.
Yeah, we need a battle like
Yeah.
create food.
How many
Wouldn't that
bo-
be, like,
I mean, how big are
distracting?
these bowls, though? Even if they're 1 pound of porridge each,
Does
that's
it always
45
make
bowls of
45?
porridge. We don't have room in
Does
here.
it always make 45?
Yeah.
It always makes 45
And
pounds.
30 gallons of
You
water.
can't like say like I just want a little bit. I just want like a snack.
Just a.
I'm pretty sure the deities would be offended if you like said an ancient like legendary prayer to them, a 3rd level spell for a
I
snack.
just want something to get me through the night.
I'm just a little famished.
Maybe if you like shoot it high enough, it just takes a long time for it to come back down.
I don't know if we have room in here for 45
Yeah,
bowls
it'll
of
be
porridge.
fine.
We have
All right.
It'll be two-
It'll create it in like big barrels.
Let them take the barrels
Do
back.
we even have room in here for big barrels of porridge?
We can put one outside.
No, we have some room. I mean, there should be enough room.
We can
in
all
here,
eat it
right?
too.
How will we heat it up?
Barrels of porridge and barrels of water, but they go after 24 hours.
I assume that these adventure packs probably have like a pan on them. What adventure pack doesn't
Yeah,
have
the
one
adventure packs
pan?
are supposed to have like
A cooking kit or
like
whatever.
a mess kit
Mess
or
kit,
whatever.
yeah.
getting messy.
Do you have an adventurer's kit?
Yes.
Better. No, I don't actually. I just have like a noble, a noble thing.
Who has some old armor that we
I'm a
can
noble
fashion into
heart.
pots?
Oh god, that's so disgusting. Like old crusty blood.
Just a leather chest piece.
Have a mortar and pestle too if we need to grind up some of the big chunks.
Oh, sick. My porridge is the smoothest.
It's just like thick water.
It's like that Soylent stuff.
Oh, that's how I imagine it.
You know, I still have. I need to bring that shit to D and
It's probably
D.
bad now.
No way.
It has a shelf life of
it's-
like 2 years.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't supposed to go. Actually, I
Well, the
thought it
one
was
that the
lasts
guy
longer.
from work ordered, it went bad within like a couple months. Like it was the date was like a couple months out.
Was it the pre-mixed stuff?
No, it was a package. I still have it at home. I haven't thrown it out yet.
That's weird. Yeah, it's supposed to last for over a year.
The 2.0 stuff doesn't have an expiration date, I don't think.
Yeah.
At least,
Indefinite.
I think it's a couple years out
Mm.
if it does.
Has to sell to those preppers.
Mess kit. A cup and simple cutlery. The box clamps together, and one side can be used as a cooking pan, and the other as a plate or shallow bowl.
I want one of those. IRL.
Yeah, well, we're cooking them some warm porridge. We're putting some.
All right,
butter
so I'll
in.
make up some barrels of porridge.
We'll just dump
Where's
it
the
over
water
there.
gonna go?
Also barrels.
Okay.
These are open barrels, by the way. You can't move them very easily.
Okay.
Ew.
That's what I do. That's how you cast a
You
spell.
You do this little number like.
That's the verbal component of the spell. You have to go.
If you guys feel like asking them if there were any incidents with any travelers last night, though,
We got oatmeal to do.
while you
All right.
eat, that would be
So
nice
buckets
and
and
tasty.
buckets and buckets and barrels of porridge
They're like, it's never gonna stop.
appear within your tiny hut.
Is it warm at least? Or?
Lukewarm.
We're warming.
Room temperature.
We got a mess kit.
Gonna put some butter and salt in it. It's gonna be great.
You
we
guys
have
have any
salt?
salt?
No, we don't have any salt. Is my butter salted?
I'm not
I
there.
reach
It
out for
is
some snow.
specifically unsalted butter.
Okay.
Everyone is naturally salty though, so we'll be okay.
Oh,
I
sorry.
always
It
have
is specifically salted butter.
Yeah, because it would have to be preserved.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
I was
thinking.
about to
That's
have
what
to
I was
sweat in the
remembering.
porridge.
I know.
Wait, do
Alright,
I have salt?
so
this
you-
time? No, I have soap, not salt. I need to buy some
You
salt.
I'm
uh,
gonna put a little bit of my butter in there.
how much? You have.
But
All right. So about the size of my laptop here is about
Yeah.
the size of your mess kit pan.
Yeah.
So that's full of porridge.
Okay.
How much butter?
Take
Give me
Probably about 2
tablespoons.
spoons.
You know.
How many tablespoons do I have total? I need to find a way to track my.
You
butter.
have like
You have a
100
huge thing of
tablespoons.
100. That's it.
I mean, you have a tub of butter.
This is a big tub.
200 tablespoons.
Yes. Now we're talking.
That
I'm gonna
goes
use-
bad real quick.
Hey, stream. How many tablespoons are in like a quart?
Tablespoons and quart. Go.
Go Gadget Twitch stream.
Motherfucker, you have 64. You have 64
Oh, wow.
tablespoons.
No, you said 200. You're right. The first you called it
64.
You have 64 tablespoons of butter.
I only have a quart of butter. I thought it was more.
No, it's only about like
I thought
that.
it was a pound of butter.
How much do you think a quart of butter would weigh?
A pound
actually
of butter
said-
is
it actually-
That's a
4
different measurement,
sticks.
Where'd you put
It
your
actually
drink?
says right here 1 quart of
Oh,
butter.
you already threw it away?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to get rid of this because it's starting me to sweat and I don't want the sweat on the laptop.
I can put it
Right
over
here.
there.
Okay.
Oh, custard. Okay.
Yeah, so you have 64. Actually, you have 63. You already used one.
Better keep count.
I used one. Oh yeah, on that drink.
Ugh. That butter beer.
That butter beer, yeah.
So I used
You're
one.
keeping track of your count, right?
I'm keeping track of it now.
Okay. So now you have
I'm-
62 tablespoons
Wait,
of
why
butter.
62?
Because you're putting one in there.
Oh, I'm
Porridge.
gonna put 4 in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got
Oh.
59.
Don't, is 4 the amount you think you should put in there?
Yeah, we're trying to wine and dine these guys.
I mean,
It's just butter. We can get warm.
How do they
I don't
feel
know.
when they
That
see me
butter
plopping
was
out
an
butter in
ordeal
They're like-
to get that.
there? There we
Like,
go.
oh, what are you doing? What is that? What are you putting in the food?
The other one nudges to the other one like, they couldn't afford this $200 fine.
And they're giving us like $600.
How much did I pay for this butter? 1,000 gold?
You paid 50.
Oh. Well, I feel like that's why I thought it was a steal. It was a steal. Basically robbed him. That's why we almost got kicked out.
Because you almost robbed them.
It was literally
Should I
a robbery.
squeeze some lemon on it?
No.
No, lemon and
No,
porridge.
lemon would not.
You don't want to
be
mix dairy and lemon.
soup.
Ask if they'd like some
Wait,
lemon.
dude.
You could ask if
Lemon
they want
butter?
some lemon in their
Lemon
water.
butter, everything.
Oh, lemon butter is good, but
Yeah, see?
no, I don't think
Only
you're gonna
with
make it.
seafood.
No.
Yeah. If you have some shrimp to throw in there.
This
yes,
is
I
porridge
do.
food.
You could ask if they want
All
some
right.
Have you ever
lemon
had
in water,
lemon butter
though.
oatmeal?
I don't break my.
We should
Maybe
try
I
it.
could like crumble up an elven wafer on the top of
No,
on the top
that'd
of
be too
it.
filling.
They one bite like
Ow!
So,
no elven.
4 tablespoons of butter, right? All right.
Damn, must be a butter. We're all gonna eat some of this.
No, you can't have any. It's for guests.
All
All
only.
right. Now you're gonna cook it.
I thought we were cooking it in the mess kit.
Yeah. On what though?
Oh yeah, we need a fire.
Go outside.
There's, I mean, is there any wood?
You gotta be
out
careful
Maybe some
starting a fire in
candles?
here.
there? Wood.
Can we start a fire in here?
You could.
I mean, yeah,
Didn't
you can
somebody
start a
say they
fire
were just gonna
anywhere.
use
I'd
a
be careful
candle
about
or
doing that
something?
because we might like
I don't have
get
candles.
ourselves
You have
choked
one.
out on smoke. Smoke inhalation is what kills you in a fire, not
The
the fire itself.
Smoke's choking me out. Smoke daddy.
You laugh. You laugh now. What kind
Why
of?
is it so funny to you?
No. Just a funny image.
Of a smoke daddy?
Yeah.
Apparently, a really funny
A
image.
real funny image.
was
It's
funny.
like stomp on me.
Yeah.
Can we do, can we do
Right there.
a light firebolt?
No.
Remember how that worked for Brooke
Yeah.
last time?
Yes,
will not
that's
blow up my
exactly what
butter.
I thought.
Do you guys not just have candles?
Who has
I have
candles?
candles.
I
So
definitely don't.
I have
I have
candles.
candles.
I have 20,
I have
20
those-
regular and
I
one
have-
small.
Candle?
I have special candles that we got from the seal thing.
Yeah, that's my one small candle.
I mean, we can put like 4 or 5
The air
candles,
conditioner.
and then
No.
4 or 5 candles, and then
It's starting to warm
heat
up
over
again.
that.
Why?
Because I just said.
Let me massage that eyeball.
You almost gouge his eye out.
It's not too hot. It feels perfect.
Yeah,
in here.
turn. It's too warm. Turn
No,
the
it
heat
is
I'm
on.
not.
freezing to death.
She's about to.
I'm even
die.
wearing my
She's
shoes.
knocking on death's door.
You're even
right
wearing
now.
your shoes. And
I know.
That's.
How you know she's serious?
Yeah.
Like I drove all the way here and didn't even take my shoes off the whole time. Like it was shocking.
My tootsies are
Shouldn't
It's
drive
so cold
without
in
shoes
here.
on.
What are you doing?
I always drive without shoes on.
How you cooking it?
I'm trying to find a way to get a fire. Can you make
Candles.
fire?
Candles.
They tried to make that a law in Arkansas, but it didn't pass. That you have to have shoes to drive.
I can't.
I thought it
I
did
get like
that.
serious lead foot.
Motorcycles. You have to have
Well,
shoes
yeah, that's
with motorcycles.
understandable. I mean,
Motor-
you're in the open
motorcycles.
air.
Motorcycle.
But
I keep
while
my
you're
shoes
driving-
right next to me.
as of
and
right
then
now,
put
it is
them
still
back on.
okay in Arkansas. To
The thing
not
is,
safe
if I drive with shoes on, like I get really bad lead foot.
I've done
Like, I like to
both
just, like-
with and without shoes.
Man, whenever
I like
I
to
would
just
drive-
tap on it.
My feet go like everywhere.
Ugh,
I'll be like propping them up in like the fucking door.
Oh.
This is like turned around backwards and like with his toes
You're
on
like
it.
one of those wacky inflatable arm filling tube mans, just trim.
Because like the Prius has that like huge opening in the middle. I can stick my foot through that fucking center console.
Man, if you ever get into a wreck, that's gonna mess you up.
Oh
so
yeah,
bad.
I would be crippled for the rest of my life.
Your
Tearing
pelvis
your
would be
leg
torn
right
in
off.
half.
But I get super comfortable.
We light a series of candles.
How many candles?
You
How
thought
many is
I was
candles?
a guy?
You know?
That's so mean. Apparently, Candle Guy sounds like Mr. Mayo, so they thought Austin was sitting here or something. I'm imagining that's what Mr. Mayo is because they keep talking about sticker collections or something.
How many
I don't
candles?
understand. But apparently, I'm
we
a
can't
guy.
just light a bunch of candles.
Yeah, we can.
They probably assumed you were a guy because you're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No, listen.
But
he
I'm
said,
playing
he
Dungeons
said
and Dragons.
no. The guy said he had 4 to 5 candles. I think he's referring to Jesse and saying
Oh,
Jesse
okay.
sounds like Austin because he's the
Can
one.
they
that
even
said
Hey
he
see
had-
your-
motherfucker, I'm not Austin.
Can they even see your candle?
They
Like,
can't see
You
Jesse
babe.
can see
though.
the candle
So.
like
They thought you sounded
a little bit of
gay.
it.
They thought you were still.
Hey babe. Babe.
Okay, no, you've actually
Wow.
tricked me several times with it.
So yeah,
so
he do. He does
I
sound-
agree. He does
Austin.
sound a lot like him. He'll
Wow.
walk out of there and go, "Babe," and I'll be like, "What?"
I think anyone could say babe and you go, what?
I don't think
Hey, babe.
so, but I don't know.
I'm surprised you even notice it's not Austin.
He's like, hey.
Austin? This is you?
Like, only by the height difference can you tell the difference.
This close, like,
When did you get
it's
here?
not me.
I could do if, like,
Judge
he
Austin
lined his
by
hair to
his
be like
height.
slightly brown and like wore some wore some lifts in his shoes.
He just gets taller, and then I
If
think he's
Jesse
Austin.
shaved, you might be in trouble.
No! I know what Austin
Dye my hair
looks
blonde.
like. I know what Austin looks like, you guys. Come
God,
on.
this is a challenge. I need somebody to do this
I
someday.
want all of you to come over looking like Austin. Just all of you, like.
Well, get some
Okay,
simple
you
Jack
might think I
haircuts.
was like 3 Austins.
Austin, what? How did you?
Like, what'd you eat for lunch?
I want all of you, just blonde hair, blue eyes, and tall. Just come over and just.
Whoa,
all-
Aryans.
No, that's not what he looks like. I want them all.
You just want to surround your life with air.
You know Austin
That's
doesn't
what
have
it
blue
really
eyes,
is.
right?
Oh my god, he does.
He does say a lot of weird, like, ethnic cleansing at work.
No, he does not. No.
I mean, he did vote for Trump.
No.
Wait,
None of
what?
these things are true.
Did Austin vote for
No,
Trump?
he most definitely
How can
did
you
not
prove that he
vote for
didn't?
Trump. Well, I can't prove it. I wasn't in there with him.
Who didn't?
According to him, he didn't.
Better than Hillary.
How many candles?
4
I
candles.
can
I don't
put-
have
no,
a spell.
Does the mess kit not have its own heat source?
No.
Why would it have?
Do we have a
Because
tinder
normally you do the
box?
campfire.
Okay.
Do
Normally
we have
I
a
do
tinder box?
But I
I've
don't
got
want- I have a
10
tinder
special
box.
candles.
I just don't want to start a fire in this
I can
dump.
do
because I feel
5.
like we'll die.
I think 5 should be sufficient for a laptop-sized mess kit.
Alright. So you'll have 5 candles, and you begin to cook the porridge.
This may take a while, guys. Hang tight.
I have 15 candles left.
I mean, you don't have to burn down all the way. We can.
It seems to warm up.
I want to get a nice
The butter melts.
Okay, that's good enough.
Oh yeah, we mix it.
Now burning hands into the.
It gets a little liquidy.
fingers.
There's silverware in the.
Yeah, but why would you want to?
Why did I say your face alone?
I had some hair.
What? God dang it. It changes everything. I'm not face alone.
Face alone.
Face alone.
I'm face alone.
Face blind. Face blind.
So it's heating up.
Yeah.
Probably slowly.
Very slowly. But the butter has at least started to melt.
Okay. Well, we'll keep mixing.
Takes a while, but it finally seems to warm up.
Do they seem impatient?
No,
Yes.
I mean, well,
What? They can get
It-
out then.
Kind of seems like they have places to be.
Well, then they don't need butter.
I'm gonna apologize and say that we're.
Won't apologize.
how long have you guys lived here?
I will. I'll be kind to them.
As soon as this finishes heating up, I'm gonna slop them some out of the barrel into some bowls, and
Given the cold.
I'm gonna start eating the other stuff.
You
Is that what you do?
No.
Roll d20.
Yep. Oh, you gotta give
I'm
them
gonna
the whole
wine.
fucking
I'm gonna wine
mess
and
kit.
dine them.
God damn it, we're not gonna get any of the hot stuff.
What'd you get?
A 20.
Ah.
They're about to get stuff on.
You have to give them the butter now, all of it.
No, I do not have to give them.
You
I
just
would
gotta
never
take
do
your
that.
clothes off and rub the butter all over
I
you.
would never do
You're
that.
You start greasing up your
And
hole.
allow
You're
them
gonna grate
to lick
it over
off
their
of you.
food.
Ooh, I might grate some on there for them.
Some of you or
No.
some of
No,
the
I'm
butter?
gonna grate myself onto
I mean, I'm
a
not
bowl
sure.
of porridge
Well,
for
you
them.
rolled a 20, so I don't know.
I love you guys.
Alright, so what do you do?
Horrifying.
Ooh, baby bird to them.
Yeah,
Like-
you're
I'm
gonna
not
try.
gonna baby bird it to them.
Feed it to them through your mouth.
What? Okay, I am gonna give them. Do we have bowls? How are we serving?
It comes
them?
with bowls.
Okay, I'm gonna serve them the fattest bowls of buttered porridge. And I guess since I've Stefan,
How good is it? I want to taste
Rub their
some and like
thighs.
No,
see
you don't get
how
any.
good I really think it is.
I want to take my wooden mixing spoon. I'm gonna
Get me?
start smacking wrists that get near it,
Do you
Wait,
try to-
Well, I'm gonna wait until he gives some to them, and then I'll get some.
and
of
then
mine.
I'm gonna put a tablespoon dollop of butter on each of theirs.
Are you gonna put
Okay.
a dollop of
This is
baking?
upsetting.
Oh, shit.
So you slop more butter onto it.
Yep,
You're gonna be known as the butter boy.
I hope so.
The
We're gonna
butter
go
boy.
to
I hope
town.
I'm
and be
known-
like,
I
"Yeah,
hope
it's
I'm
the
known
The
butter
around-
butter
boy."
boy's here.
I hope I'm known throughout the 10 towns as the butter boy.
So, do you try some now?
Yes. I'm
So
gonna
they
try
haven't
some.
yet started to eat. You go and kind of try some. It's a little warm. tastes like liquid butter.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
Are you
yeah.
serious?
Shoots
Yeah,
right
wow.
through your intestines.
How is it compared to like a
Just say
ration?
But that
Yes.
sounds delicious.
Goes right through.
Compared
Okay.
to a ration.
So you know
feel that you haven't swallowed it all.
You know,
You're
at some
shitting
like
yourself.
restaurants when you go and they serve you bread that's in like the melted butter.
It's olive oil, right?
Do we have bread?
You might be talking about olive oil, but
Hey,
I'm kind of
that's all
Add
olive
some
oil.
more oatmeal to this stuff because I don't think the
If you're
ratio-
Whenever they give you bread
Okay,
that's olive oil
this
with
is-
papers
this
and
is-
shit in it.
No,
shattering.
I'm talking like what they used to have at that one place that you wanted to go and never went because it shut down. The bread in the little thing, it is served in the thing with the butter, melted butter. You just gotta slide it around in there. It's melted butter. Fuck it. Anyway,
Oh, okay, yeah, that place. Yeah, got it.
melted butter.
Okay.
Right. Sorry, I just almost told the story. I'm not gonna tell it.
Tell
But
me
we-
all about
but-
this butter.
But
though.
we probably love it because butter is a delicacy.
But
Butter is
you're also
delicious.
not used to how fucking strong the taste of melted salted
So
butter is gonna be.
good.
Yeah, it's like whenever you don't eat salt and then say you eat salt.
Do we have bread
The fucking
that we can
steak,
give them?
can you
Does
smell
anyone
it?
From
have
your
bread?
rations, you have
You know, right?
hardtacks.
No, I mean, you wait.
We're gonna give them that to dip.
Okay, that makes it much better.
Yeah, a little bit.
Isn't it a sign whenever, like, animals have, like, fish breath that they need, like, fiber in their diets?
I don't know.
I think it just
Oh.
means you need to clean
Might
it.
have
Oh,
put them down.
Poe
Oh, my
needs
cat's
lots of
always-
things.
I know
Probably has
that's,
kind of
I know that's how it is for
fish
dogs.
smell or
Like, it means
smell.
there's something wrong with their anal glands and they need fiber or something. So it might be the same way with
Just
cats.
gotta
All my
express
cats
them.
have nasty old fish breath. I mean, I feel like that's just a cat thing, but regardless,
Poe
Poe keeps ticking.
Poe needs a lot of things.
Poe needs some weight loss. For one.
All right.
So, you serve the hardtack with the buttery porridge, and that's the missing ingredient. Because it's so buttery, they need something to soak up all the butter.
So they add more porridge to their bowls.
No, they get the hardtack from the rations. You use 2 rations to do this.
Okay.
Really
Where's my
went all out for
rations?
these guys.
Thanks, Stefan.
Someone else is gonna have to use some rations
I
think I've used up
what
mine.
for?
I'm no Stefan.
for these dudes.
Alternatively, you can use an elven wafer.
Don't
Oh
do that.
God, no.
You could break it in half.
Stefan, are you serious? Stefan would put one in there instantly.
Yeah, I don't have any rations.
Yep.
I have some.
No, I mean this is a
We need
this is a
two
20
rations.
But
here.
it's not like it's not a thing of being nice. A elven wafer like on top of your food is going to be too much. It's going to be like
Yeah, one.
it'll
What is
ruin
it?
the rest of the meal.
A bit of that is a full meal.
Yeah, a quarter of it is a full meal.
You sniff it and it boom full.
You almost soak it in butter too.
Oh yeah, that'll just clog up your arteries immediately.
All right, 2 rations.
I'm just gonna pitch in a ration so I can give it all mine.
It's better. It's better
How
than
many do you
200
have?
gold.
Nice.
What is this?
Oh, you have way more than I do.
I stocked up.
So I'm gonna let you.
This little man
ration
over here is
out.
just covered in biscuits. He's got 20 rations on you.
In my bag.
Stop!
Just
Popo.
I'm like a
Don't
camper
stop.
Can't
chef.
stop.
No.
I
yeah.
can't stop.
Take
You're
the kids
right
away
by
from
the
Megan.
microphone.
You don't have to stop.
Goodbye.
Everyone's going to sleep right now.
Good night.
Here, I'll just help them go to sleep.
Oh God, yes. I'm gonna turn my volume up.
You're gonna
Take it
spill
away.
goddamn wax
no,
on
I'm
it.
not.
Eddie, that's a really expensive microphone. I don't
I'm
have to buy them
not.
another one of those if you spill wax on it.
I'm not gonna spill wax on it. Damn. Take a chill pill, yo.
So, these 2 guards are just the most pleased right now.
Okay, why did I just hear? Oh God, yes.
Well, the clicking was nice.
Until Justice started yelling and ruined it.
You ruined it. I lost it.
Kill this boner.
We just gotta turn this into an ASMR stream, you know?
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
And
This
in
is
that
weird.
moment,
Keep
Brandon
going.
stopped coming to D&D.
Keep going.
Anyway, so you
Apparently you were an uptight dung master.
Dung master.
Dung master.
so
A dung master.
apparently a dung master.
Dung master.
So these 2 guards are just the most pleased you think you've ever seen anybody.
Oh, I want them to go out.
Blow the other one out. You done did it.
No, where's
You
no?
done did- Yes!
You done doodly did it.
You done did it.
That's
Now you done did it.
that's the.
All right, let's get
price
these
you
guys
pay.
fed and out of here. I'm tired of them hanging
I'm
out.
trying to. So, one of the guards, he thanks you greatly. The first guard thanks you greatly for giving them a slight break and a nice warm meal and a moment to warm up. And he takes
Then
his leave.
Everybody asks about their friend G, and if any
Nobody
bodies were
seems to
found,
ask about it.
No. G,
found on the road.
G made her bed.
Yeah.
She might be sleeping in it.
Hopefully, she's sleeping in it in the end.
Oh yeah, she's sleeping in it under like a foot of snow.
So the the second guard, he says, "Truly, in the 10 towns, it is hard to find hospitality like this. I must return the favor. Please, when you are staying in Bryn Shander, you are welcome to stay in my spare bedroom. My wife and I can provide you with meals,
Favors.
beds. We keep the house quite warm, even for Bryn Shander.
Is that where we just came from?
That's where you're going to."
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He says, he says where his house is in Bryn Shander. Like, he kind of directs you there based on some landmarks.
No, I eyeball the other guy and said, "What about you?"
He left already.
No.
The guy was out.
See, I ain't giving them my bed.
He says,
Not my
Please.
bad.
consider
Ask if they'd like to
yourselves,
take the barrels with them.
consider yourselves at home, at my home.
Thank you. Very much
Thanks.
appreciated.
How long will you be staying in Bryn Shander?
How long will we be staying?
Hopefully not too long. I hope we're gonna get our shit
Yeah, don't
done.
tell him that.
No.
Hopefully not too long.
I don't want to be in a
Ugh.
shitty town.
We're here on business, so it kind of depends on how long the business takes.
Ah, I see. Well, you're welcome to stay as long as you wish. I do have family coming in from Targos in a couple of weeks. Other than that, you're welcome to stay.
Fantastic.
Farewell, and thank you again.
Which house is yours?
He told you.
Okay. It's one with the door.
It's the
Can't
first one
miss
on
it.
the left. Alright, so he leaves, and you can tell, like, he hesitates as he's about to walk out the door, or out the dome.
I throw a winter blanket on him.
He's already
Dang it.
well covered.
You throw a blanket out the door at him.
Let's kill them now. Just as
Take
they're
our
leaving.
porridge back.
No.
Give me that porridge back. Oh, I want my
Skeleton.
butter.
Suck it right out of their stomachs.
I
Ah!
don't like the sound of that. Blech.
Suck
No.
the butter from their stomachs.
Let me suck that butt from your stomach.
Ooh,
That butt
sick.
butter.
Ooh, girl, I'm
Yeah.
gonna suck that butt.
From
No, just
no,
that.
Just suck your butt.
And I still can't remember like what succulent butt came from. I try
Succulent
so
butt.
hard to remember what that phrase, where that originated from.
Succulents don't feel very nice. I sure wouldn't want one in my butt.
No, we're not talking about
No.
succulents.
You
Talking
said
about,
succulent.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brooke,
succulent
not
like the
everything is about putting
adjective.
something in your butt.
talking about the adjective, not the noun.
I don't remember.
I mean, it's been like 10 years, but
Yeah.
I know it's just something that.
God, it has
a
been like 10
succulent
years,
butt.
probably.
I want to poke through this wax.
Make a
So-
finger out of it. Brooke loves that.
I do not.
I don't want to get underneath my fingernails.
Negative.
So, you guys are left alone in your little dome,
The smell of porridge.
and there's actually still over
3
like
barrels.
44 pounds of porridge.
You should have offered to let them take a barrel with them if they wanted.
It only lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah. They
Put
don't
up
know
your
that.
put up your.
They could have fed their
movie theater
family.
look. Get up your. I'm stealing.
I'm gonna eat some of the buttered
You do
porridge.
You wouldn't-
be like,
No,
You wouldn't
oh
download a
my
car,
God,
would
we
you?
Came in.
You wouldn't download a car. Yeah. That's
Damn.
how he
Look
looks.
at
This
him.
is
Did you
not
buy
the
the
spot on.
movie
Why
theater
is it?
trailers? Like, did you call a
Yeah, look at
helpline?
that smug ass look too. Like I know I'm fucking tired in the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it in portrait mode.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's 320. It's 320p.
Make Cody some coffee.
Remember whenever we found
He's
out
got an
recently that you were born on 420, like at 420 on your birthday?
What?
Dang,
that's funny.
you're
I
the
know.
Did you have a dank
Oh, dangest.
birth?
He
Apparently.
had the dankest birth.
You
You're
see
so
him on the
dang.
vape clouds?
Like his mom said, yeah, you were born. I think you were born at 4:20, and Justin just started laughing,
no.
and they looked at me. He's like,
Yeah, the
Ass.
dank ass bird.
Fair
All the
enough.
doctors.
I really hope that
were
your parents actually know what
Dang.
420 means. They could be like, God, what a degenerate.
Yeah.
What a degenerate we've raised. Disown him now.
Hitler's birthday.
Can you believe? I heard he was born at 420.
We raised a fucking IT.
Oh, that's for me.
I can just like
Ew.
I've rarely heard your dad talk, so I don't really know what he sounds like. But I can just imagine he'd be like, "Yeah, Just, I partook."
Well, they do call you Just
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
don't they? So that's legit.
Just pup.
Way to be real.
I had to. It's the only way.
Whoa!
Whoa! My perfect watch smell.
You ruined it with coffee. Alright, so. What do you guys do now?
I mean, we go into the city and
Yeah, pack up our shit and go.
I mean, there's no packing, yeah.
I mean,
Just release and
we've
go
got our
in.
med kits and stuff now. That we've
Give
got
me
out.
that.
We have-
Is that for me?
Are we just gonna leave barrels
We just
sitting on the
leave
side
these
of the road?
barrels apart.
We
They'll go away in
we get
24
dumped them
hours.
out.
They spoil and then freeze.
No, they'll go away in 24 hours.
Do they go away?
Do they go away or do they just
spoil?
turn bad?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I imagine they go away.
No,
Oh,
Austin
really?
did it.
Well,
It
you
was
said
Austin.
spoil.
Well, I can.
What?
Is this yours? Is this yours?
No, I mean,
This yours?
The barrels go away, but the porridge
How much is
stays.
Oh, Kirby smashed the fortune cookie. That means the fortune in it will never be yours.
It means it's only true now.
No, it means.
Ooh, there's fortune cookies.
I don't know
So
where
you
that
got the last
came
one.
There's many in here. You want some?
No, I'm good.
Fortune's mine, I call it.
It's Fortune Crisps.
Gout.
It just says gout.
Oh god, this one's confusing.
Just sound it out. Buh.
Gout.
Goot. Goot.
What is it?
Read it out loud for the class.
Knowledge and not doing are equal to not knowing at all. This is a really weird one.
I mean,
Knowledge
That
and
makes
not
sense.
doing are equal to not knowing at all.
Pass
Yeah,
it
but that
down.
could have been said in
It means that if you know,
a
like,
lot of better ways.
cookie.
It reads weird. Well, it's not true for you.
did Austin tell you about my concert experience last night?
You had a concert experience? I'd like to hear about it.
I went to a concert that was almost entirely people in their 60s and 70s.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was like the only young
Yes,
person.
bet
Yeah.
and drop it, let it take off.
I've had that happen before. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was extremely
I
awkward.
did it. It
Did
worked
you
a
find
little
some,
What
some
concert?
old friends to hang out with?
bit. You
No.
broke the table.
It was Harper the
Were
Were
Rising.
you alone?
Yeah,
Oh, oof. That's
I was
awkward.
way
Not
alone.
You printing?
But no, it was because the tickets were $40 fucking. I could get anyone else to do it. But
Yeah, it
No
is.
way.
Sure enough.
I was talking to the band
What?
afterwards, and some old man
What?
came to me and was all like, "Excellent show."
Austin built this, I
I
guess.
was like, "Absolutely," but I didn't realize he was complimenting me because he thought I was one of the performers.
Oh, no.
Because like the guy who opened had long blonde hair,
Oh, no.
and he was like, "Excellent show."
Oh.
I was like, "Absolutely."
That's sad. I don't like that. That hurts my feelings. That guy didn't even know.
He wasn't that old.
Senile.
This is-
He wasn't like 80. He was like
Do you
probably in
have
his mid
something over there that I
60s.
can put this in because it's leaking
He was like
over?
a little bit older than my parents.
Oh.
I don't know what to do
Sounds
with
like an
it.
awkward experience all around.
It was a
I
great
don't
show,
like the
though.
feelings that it gives.
So you guys dismiss the hut.
And we start
Yeah.
heading towards the town. Wait, no, we put on all of our winter things.
Oh yeah, we get
Yeah, I assume you got
We
fully
stripped
fully
down.
prepared.
Endurance, polar
run
plunge.
out naked.
Okay. So now you're ready to go. Do you dismiss the hut?
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I leave, I like roll out of it.
You're just smash under tons and tons, well not tons, but crap loads of snow.
Not me. I rolled out of it as soon as that's how I dispelled it. Was I exited the dome.
Okay, that's fair. You just get a little bit of snow. Everybody else, the three of you, are coated in snow.
Sector 2.
It's very cold.
Thanks, bro.
You haven't been in the cold for a while, so it's a bit of a shock to just suddenly have it all rush back in and get coated in snow. And a lot of it melts on you since you're so warm. So
So you gotta
you
really hustle.
instantly feel terrible and like you're freezing to death. You guys head towards the city?
Yes.
Alright. So you make your way to Bryn Shander.
I know what happened.
Do we see any like frozen corpses?
No.
Okay.
So you guys make your way to Bryn Shander, and it's about a 30-minute walk, although in this snow it's more like 45 minutes. And
Do it.
as you approach the gates of this, I can't call it a beautiful city, but you know, it's a nice city. It's walled, it's big enough. It's probably of the, well, okay, you've only seen 2 cities in the Tin Towns so far, but of the 2, Bryn Shander definitely appears to be the most city-like city. It looks like actual civilization, whereas Targos just kind of looked like ramshackle huts on
There's
a
some hustle and bustle. What
Little
time of
bit.
day is it right now?
morning.
Oh, okay. And it's really cold here, but people are just
Really
out and about.
freezing cold, snowing really hard. There's a little hustle and bustle. You get the impression that people in the Tin Towns sort of just have to deal with the snow and the cold. So everybody you see is like absolutely layers deep in furs and heavy clothing and stuff like that. Most of them appear to be trying to very quickly go about their business, so they don't really pay much attention to you. And finally, you approach in through the southwest gate.
Let's go. They don't stop
So
us.
are
or
there
anything,
guards
we
at
can
this
just go
gate?
in.
There are. There are the 2 guards you fed. They sort of nod at you as you enter.
That's nice.
Someone says, "Hey,
Oh, let's not.
We just-
I
we just-
drag them along.
we just saw him like 5 minutes ago."
It's
Roll
been
it.
about 45 minutes.
Roll it.
No, you don't. No.
What am I
I'm-
rolling?
I'm distracting Sarin by telling him a nice story.
Are you disgusted by
I'm
it?
distracting Sarin. He's
Why?
distracted right now to roll
It's
it.
beautiful.
Hey.
Okay,
idiots.
Megan. No. Negative. No. Whatever you're about to do.
She's already done it.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
I mean,
Ooh,
hold
give me
it for
that
you.
wax
Let
tip.
me see it, and then you can have it back in just a second.
It won't happen.
No.
Still
I
came
think
up
it's a-
from
I
her.
think it's a
never
trap.
doing that.
I like the holes.
I like the holes too.
I don't like the holes.
So
Holes
many
are-
holes.
The holes are really gross.
Nothing but holes now.
Oh.
So you're in Bryn Shander. What do you do? Why are you even here?
We're here to get to
Why are we
the
here?
spine of the mountains
Because
so we
I
can
don't
kill
know.
that dude.
You guys
We're
gotta
gonna
find
rip
the
this
how-
house.
how
fire
is he
right
gonna
out of
get
the
to the Spine of
mountains
Mountains
and
from
kill a
here?
dude.
You guys need to get to an end first and find me.
Or just go immediately to that dude's house. Never go to an inn once.
What do you guys do? Come on.
Go to them.
I'm not sure how
I
we're gonna
would.
get here.
I mean, I'm.
What do you mean we'll get where? We're here.
No, I know, but like, how are we gonna get to the dude we're killing?
How
How do we
far-
get from here?
Before we
We've-
get
we've
too far
changed our
from the
mind.
guards, I'll ask. I'll
Yeah.
ask where the nearest tavern or inn.
I'm gonna ask if they've seen our.
They direct
friend.
you.
Did you see our friend come through here? And I'll describe her.
How do you describe her?
She's different.
But how do you describe her?
Retarded.
Different.
I will straight up describe her.
As a mentally disabled person.
She may have
I'm just
asked
gonna
you.
say,
She may have
that,
shown you a picture and asked you.
if I was
Where
coming into
they
town
at?
alone, I cast tongues on myself so I could speak English. Common.
She may have shown you a picture and asked you if you've seen them.
I remember her. Yes.
Mm.
She's staying at one of the inns, I believe. He points to one of the inns in the city. Check
I'll be at whatever inn the other bar was at. The one from Targus.
check Golden Stags. I believe she's there.
What's it
Golden
called?
Stags.
Golden Stags.
Gilded Stags.
Gilded Stags.
The Golden Guild.
It was starting to settle now. Look,
Gilbert grapes.
Alright, let's go
isn't
in
it
here.
beautiful, guys?
Gilded.
I absolutely hate that. It looks like, what do you call that?
We've got to go
Yeah.
check in.
She's doing it on purpose.
We gotta
Yeah.
go check
No, I
Goldman
cannot
Sachs.
stand
Where's
that.
my magazine? My Tripto magazine.
Tripto.
That I drew all the circles.
Oh
on.
god. Ooh. I'm sure I threw that away.
I have a picture of it.
So you guys go to the inn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Goldman Sachs.
Alright, so you guys go to Golden Stags. It is the closest inn in town. And it seems to be pretty nice, actually. It's one of the One of the bigger buildings looks to be about 2 or 3 stories. About 3 stories. Very well constructed of what looks to be heavy lumber. And, it's a pretty nice place. And as you open the door, it's, so they seem to have set up what appears to be a strange overhang that sits like over top of the door, basically. So when you open the door, it blocks a lot of the snow that's falling. So you're able to open the door and get in and out without, inconveniencing everybody.
Yeah.
And as you open the door, a nice rush of warmth washes over you.
We all say, ah.
And you hear a pan flute. You look up at the stage and you see G playing.
Is it busy in here right now?
Moderately.
Has she lost any fingers that we can tell?
Have you?
Have I? I don't know. You haven't told me what happened since I left.
Frostbite, maybe?
I don't know what happened.
Not much. You stayed to the end. You didn't find the bard.
I was looking for my party too. Everybody said
They never showed up.
Not this party,
Oh, you didn't hear
My
anything
old
about them
friends.
either. Yet.
but the other party.
Whoa,
didn't
how
show
many
up
parties do you have?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not offended.
I
went to all
not
the-
this one.
yet? All. And
This
the
pleb
open
party.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
It's her performing troupe.
What time of the day is it right
I
now?
think that noise was the computer
Morning.
shutting down.
It is
Yeah, it
not,
sounded like
not
the
buying
computer
that
shutdown
gun.
sound.
I think the internet went out.
Negative.
Can I please have the lighter to get rid of all the
Absolutely
holes?
not.
I'll get rid of all the holes.
Ooh, it's
No,
like those.
it's
It's like, look at it.
it's like those lotus
big
fingers.
Negative.
Yeah.
No.
It looks like a burn victim almost, kind of.
Or maybe the more eel ones.
Just give me a lighter
No.
and I will make it go away.
Absolutely
I've got to
not.
get all the wax off of
I
this too.
will smash that gross candle.
It'll go away if you just
No.
let me melt it.
Thanks for the follow, Black Lotus. That's weird. I just said Lotus.
Black Lotus. Black Lotus.
You missed it. You didn't even tell them thanks. It
Hi,
popped
thanks
up
for
on the
they're
screen.
hosting.
What's
Thank
a
you
hosting?
for hosting. Thank you, thank you.
You are a generous host.
Generous host. Share our supper. Sup with us.
Sup with us.
Sup with us.
If anybody ever asked me to sup
I
with
know,
them,
right? You would
I would
assume-
fucking leave.
Right, you would assume I would assume I was gonna get poisoned if
Yeah.
anyone said that. I would think
Or
this is-
Your
Or
family's
killed.
head, we're gonna be served you on a platter.
Yeah.
bruh, sup it up.
Sup it up.
Alright. So,
Time for some sub.
you guys, that is some Skrillex ass hair right now.
Pretty
Let me see that
Skrillex.
skrill.
It's not quite greasy enough.
It was kind of Babysitter's Club earlier though, and I liked that look.
Which one? The one where I had it parted?
No, like just like if it's in a ponytail on the side, it's kind of Babysitter's Club.
But now it's Skrillex.
I can see that precious Babysitter's Club hair.
Okay, so we go in and then we find her. I'm gonna go up and set somewhere towards the front so she'll see that we are in there. So
Yeah, she
when
sees you as you walk in.
playing. She
Okay.
can come have a seat with us.
So, she finishes her set and then rejoins you guys. So, what do you do now? You're here at Geldon Stag's Rest, one of the nicer inns
Did I
of
have any
Bryn
fun
Shander.
adventures last night?
We'll get to your adventures later.
Oh, I wanna know my
But
adventures.
seriously, what do we do here in this town? I really truly
We were just
don't
here
know.
to pass through to start going south towards
We'll start going then. We don't need to stay the night here.
Not many arrows.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, if there's still enough time left in the day.
Are there
we
any
should head
interesting
out.
shops
It's
here?
morning.
Like
It's
any
morning
magic
time, I
shops?
think.
You haven't looked around yet.
I want to look around and see if there are any like magic shops or something that would seem more interesting
I think I'm melting it.
than.
Yeah, you are.
I'll go let.
You've ruined that pencil.
It was
Okay,
already
Brandon,
ruined.
why would you do
It's not
that?
holes. It's
You
teeth.
know that I can't stand that. I
It's
cannot.
not
I
holes, it's
literally,
teeth.
I cannot stand
What is it?
that.
Is it the
That
more
is
eel
sickening.
thing?
That's like me showing you whatever you hate the most. It's like you
Antelope.
pulling up
Is
the
it possible for you to
picture.
be grossed
It's
out by
like
anything?
showing Brandon a picture of cantaloupe.
anything
No, it's this.
that you hate the
Oh,
most?
that is so
That's like me
sick.
showing it to you. That's very rude.
Yeah, that's not trypto.
It's not. That's why I said it's not.
gross.
It's not
It look
trypophobia.
their teeth that look like
That's
maggots.
a teethophobia.
Where do we need to go in this town?
Just
I
teeth.
I don't remember where the.
I hate the thought of tumors.
We gotta
growing
rip the
teeth.
spine
That
out of a
fucking
mountain and
grosses
kill a
me out
dude.
So bad. I would set myself on fire if a tumor was growing teeth.
Sauron doesn't remember.
So you were looking for what? Shops?
Yeah, like perhaps a magic shop or something where they might sell magical items.
There actually does appear to be
This
some
pen
kind
is
of
still
magic
so
shop.
Usable.
I'm gonna go in it.
So it's a pretty small little. I wouldn't call it a shack, but it's a very small building. Kind of short. Like it's only maybe 8 feet tall in total with the roof and everything.
Is anyone else with me in here from the party, or are you guys staying back somewhere?
I'll go with him.
Okay.
So the two of you. The door is even short. So you expect maybe a gnome or
Well, no.
halfling.
Did I make any
Here.
money last night?
We'll get to that in a second.
God.
So, let's wait and let's split the party. So, you enter this little, I'll call it a hut. You enter this little hut, and it's tightly packed. Like 3 very tight aisles worth of magical components. And in the back, sitting on a stool, is a very elderly gnome. His beard grows quite long and wispy. His hair is completely gone. He's bald, and he doesn't look like saggy or wrinkly or anything. He just seems to be old. He just kind of has an old air about him.
Okay.
As you walk in, he's like, hello.
Hello.
Very rarely do I get a visitor at my shop.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. The roof in here, by the way, is claustrophobically low.
Oh God.
You have to crouch a little to fit in
Oh,
here.
wow.
It's like 5 feet tall.
Saren's pretty tall. I think Saren's like 6.5
Okay.
feet.
I
I have
say.
to like scrape in it.
I say. Well, how do you stay
I'm
in
6
business
foot.
here with so few visitors?
He says, I retired long ago. I just run the shop now for the few people that do come in. It's something to do, you know.
It is.
Keeps the fingers busy.
Oh, sick.
I'm a little disgusted, but I don't show it. I'm
I
gonna,
do.
I'm
Someone
gonna walk
shows it.
closer and I'm gonna say, do you have any magical items here? Anything of particular interest?
He says, are you looking for spell components or, like, rings and amulets and such?
Not components, but rings and amulets and things of the sort.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lady. Those sorts of things are hard to come by.
Indeed, they are.
Back in my adventuring days, I might have had such things, but I don't have them anymore.
Ah,
He says, but if you're into the sort of adventuring type stuff,
most assuredly.
oh, I know somewhere that you can find great treasure. Many magical items.
Ah,
He says,
where is this place? You
you
take
see,
a note.
My ass.
I'm taking notes.
No, it's not his ass.
my ass.
Take a
Where else
plunder,
other than
children.
your ass?
He shows it to us right there in front of God and everyone. Shows us his butthole.
It's the only part that's saggy.
No.
With treasure.
He likes to keep his fingers busy.
Yep.
He says,
Ooh, treasure. Ooh, another treasure. Ooh, another treasure.
Popping rings in there.
Oh. Right.
One sec.
Rings in his ring.
one second.
Sick.
Rings gonna ring.
He says, so, are you ready for a story, my lady?
Tell him you want to go get your friends before he gets into stories.
I wouldn't tell him. I mean,
Wait, aren't we all there?
no, he's the only one who said he came.
I
I
would've gone,
I just
I
think
don't know.
he's gonna tell me like I'm not expecting that this man is actually. I'm thinking he's kind of crazy and has some old glory days tales. I'm not thinking it's anything serious, so I'm just gonna listen to his tale.
Okay. He says, you see,
I heard
There.
the hollow sound. Thank you.
there once was a volcano, a high peak in Icewind Dale. It was known as Kelvin's Cairn. It erupted with the spell plant. It's no longer active, but It once held many dwarves of... I don't remember the clan, but I remember that there were many dwarves. And certainly, sadly, they are all dead now. But dwarven steel withstands lava for quite some time. I bet an able-handed adventurer... Well, you might need a party. Just the two of you. I mean, I'm sure you're close, but...
We have a party, and not that close.
Oh,
We
good,
have
good.
a party all the time.
Well, if you
Why
have
don't you
if you have a party of if you have a party of adventurers, surely you could brave the remnants of the cairn. He says, in the southwest part, there is a very it's a very open cave. You might call it like a trench that you can enter into the underground tunnels the dwarves once mined. This is where you'll find the treasure. Most assuredly. He says,
Why have you never went after this treasure?
I
Yeah.
did!
I want to sense motive.
Okay.
Not sense
Insight.
Insight. No. 19.
19. He actually seems to be pretty on the level with you. In fact, he kind of seems like he's about to tell you about why he hasn't... Like, he seems like he's about to be honest with you about why he hasn't gone for it himself.
Okay.
He says, well, you see, I was going to go for it. Me and my old adventuring troupe, we had a little reunion of sorts a few years back, and we were gonna pick back up the old equipment and go and battle whatever evil things lived in there, and, well, we're all advancing in age now, and we made it about as far as the entrance of the cairn before we had to turn back because one of us had developed gout. And,
I'll stop you.
well,
I'll stop you dead in
Yeah.
your tracks.
the only reason that I would think there would be treasure in it is I noticed that some of the old dwarven tracks were still intact. And, well, if the tracks survived the eruption, then surely so did all of the things they were forging. Dwarves are known to work with mithril. Mithril is known to be in the cairn.
There's
You-
myth. Is it like a mine? I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
but
him.
he
If
said-
there's a mine.
It was once mine, for sure. Yes, these things
Do-
you
is
might
this-
find might be mithril.
Do I know? Is this Mithril Hall that he's talking about? Do I know?
Oh, do you know? You don't think so?
Okay.
You're pretty far away from mithril hall.
Okay. I can't remember where it was. Okay.
No, but you do think that mithril
I forgot
tends
what
to
it's
probably
called.
grow in this, or not grow,
Dying
but
so much.
be present in this area, like the northern part of Faerun.
Okay.
He says, "Of course, you're under no obligation to go and check it out, but
I don't know. It's
Why is
something's
that?
wrong with the internet.
Yeah, but why is that
happens.
so many?
It always does that right when it comes back. Sometimes it'll say there are hundreds, and it's
Ooh.
so frustrating. It's not, but they're not. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry.
Sometimes I miss the old adventuring days. Tell me this. Are you going to go check it out?
We may. We have a few tasks we must.
Tell
complete.
me. Are you going to check it out?
Yes.
Are you really?
Maybe not right away.
Certainly not right away. We have an urgent task.
He says, it's a shame. I would hope to live vicariously through you. I miss adventuring. My age keeps me from barely leaving the house. But
We can come back and let you know how it was.
I was going to say, if
We've recruited a new adventurer.
if you were to go soon, there's something I could give you that would help you. But no, I should keep it if you're not going to go.
Oh,
What is it?
Well, it's an old keepsake of mine from when I was an adventurer.
Well, what's it do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
we're rather interested in it, and we would love to go, but we can't immediately. We have
Maybe we
another
should bring
task.
maybe we should bring everyone else in here and
a
ask
task
them.
we must complete first.
Very well, I understand.
I'm gonna tell them to hang on a second. I'm gonna walk out and go find everyone, round them up, and
I don't
bring
even
them back.
know what he's doing, but I asked this man. Perhaps you could show me this keepsake of
everyone-
yours, and
Does that you allow yourself to be rounded?
I mean, what's your pitch?
I'll round if you sell it.
All right.
What you got?
I assume that I just stayed with her because she's the only person I can speak to.
No, you were performing.
But you said I was done.
I'm gonna go try to
he's
round
coming
her.
to get you guys anyway, so you
Okay.
can.
Well, if I'm still performing, I'm not going to do it.
You just wrapped up.
Does everyone get rounded? I'm gonna bring them back in.
What'd you
Well,
ask him?
You guys go. I ask in the meantime while he's out getting them if he could show it to me and tell me about some of the uses he put it to, his keepsake.
We walk in as he's pulling it out.
He's pulling it out.
He says, "I suppose there'd be no harm." He goes to the back of his little hut and reaches down to a little lockbox, kind
A
of
baby box.
undoes it,
Not a baby.
opens it up, pulls something out, and closes it. He produces this thing, kind of shows it to you. It appears to be a ring. It's in like a little ring case. So he kind of flips it open. It says, "This ring, it was given to me by, well, no one you would know. But this ring protected me from many a dangerous situation. See, I am a wizard. And, well, as a wizard, I always spent more times in the books than training and being fit. So, well, sometimes I had a hard time keeping up with my colleagues. This ring made it very easy for me to keep up with
Are we
them."
in here yet? Are we?
And you guys come in.
Oh wow, a ring! I would like to check that out.
Well, that's very
I
interesting.
give him on the counter and I like grab it.
I'm
from
gonna
him.
ask, do you mind if I take a look at it with a spell?
He closes it. "No!"
Fair enough.
He says, I'm sorry, it has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I am afraid of what kind of spell you might cast on it.
What is
A simple identify. You know the spell, do you
I
not?
do, but I am hesitant.
Or you can just tell us what it is. I trust you.
I told her.
I don't know what it is. What is this ring?
I'm not sure.
Is he not
I wanna
shocked
know
that
what
there's
the
another
stats do.
gnome up here in the Tin Town?
I know it helps
I mean,
us keep up.
Not really.
Can
There
I?
aren't gnomes up
What
here.
skill would you use to do? Can you use a skill to do that, or is it literally? Like
You can roll
the
Arcana.
spell? Okay, I'm just gonna roll an Arcana for it without like casting a spell. 17.
17 as well.
17 as
What's
well.
it do?
3
All
17.
17s.
All
17?
decent, but not
What
great.
you do? You ruined it, didn't you?
Oh, 13.
You have no idea.
The two of you, well, you were there.
I guess so.
You did not hear the description, so you don't get this bonus that I'm adding in.
But I can smell it.
You cannot smell it.
You know that it's definitely magical.
Yeah.
You know that it's not common, like it's not a common magical item.
Yeah.
And you know that whatever it is, it does appear to be pretty old.
Okay.
17's enough for you two, though, since you were listening to him talk about it, to put it together. Actually, I guess you should roll at advantage instead. That's probably more 5th edition appropriate.
We already rolled one.
You already rolled one.
Oh,
Just take that one away.
No, just roll one.
roll another one? Is that
No,
what
she
you're
would
saying?
roll one more, right? So what'd you get on the second? That
Well,
You
I
rolled two dice. That
Oh.
time.
She got an 18 and
Woo,
3.
better.
23. Or 22. 22, sorry.
Mine's worse.
all right. So here's what you know. That ring is a ring of haste, and it is, you know this just from kind of, the lore side of it. It is an incredibly uncommon item. You might even call it like extraordinarily rare even for magic items, because most of the time when an item is enchanted with haste typed effects, it tends to be on boots. But this ring, being a ring of haste, is very special. In fact, you believe it had to have been especially crafted for someone, although you don't know who, obviously, with a, specific intent in mind, because it's just very difficult to force that kind of magic onto a ring.
I'm gonna tell him that I noticed this and how incredibly rare it was, and I'll ask who
very
this was
expensive.
forged for.
He says, even I don't know who it was forged for. It wasn't forged for me. He says, it was given to me by a former friend of mine. Let's say, he asked me not to speak of him directly, for reasons that would be obvious if you knew him. But let us say he is a man who... How would I put this? He's a man with a conflicting history. He was a close friend of mine.
It was Alastair.
Oh, no.
It was Alice.
Papa Alastair.
A man who was... Well, he has done more for the realms than anybody will.
17
Yeah, it was
on
Alastair.
17 on insight. That I'm trying to put this together.
Elminster.
You're trying to put it together with insight.
Yeah.
You're like... You think deeply about who that could be, but, that could apply to anybody.
It was Elrin.
No, it was
It
not Ellerin.
wasn't
It was in no
Ellerin.
way Ellerin.
It was Aiden.
Or Aiden.
It might have been.
Aiden's
It
gone.
may have been
No,
Aiden.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's totally...
Figure
like-
like, that is so gross.
That
No,
is
is there any-
gross. I
Look like a
agree.
comic
I
shop
feel like he
owner.
looks like a
Other
painter. like
detail
a
that you
really
could
poor
give on this
artist.
Not like a house.
He says-
Beggar.
Why can't I just be a regular artist? Why do I have to be a poor artist?
You just look like a poor artist with a little tub sticking out back there.
You do.
It's a good look for you.
I think it's the shirt too. It's everything.
Yeah, I agree.
You
He
just
looks
assumed the role.
You got.
Just
Yes.
It's
Painter.
the babe in the hat and the
unfortunately,
shirt.
art has to be good. It has to
No,
not
what was
suck.
that comedian that's
Gallagher?
no,
Bill Murray?
no, he had that like porn stash show too.
What?
Dave
Well,
So,
this
I
stream's
don't know.
running so
Dave
bad.
Attell, yeah.
I know.
So, Insomnia?
Yeah.
I'm
Has
very
Austin
frustrated.
reset the modem
He's
and
got this
router?
Dave Tell like
Nice.
vibe going.
Dave Attell's cool though.
Austin, we know that you're listening to this. Have you just reset the modem and router?
I believe that he has
Yeah, he did,
several times.
Because I watched
but
him do it.
What's wrong with your network?
I wish I knew.
It's the router.
The internet provider is probably throttling
Yeah.
the connection.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. But we have
I
not
don't think
hit
so.
anywhere near the cap. So,
But they don't throttle at the cap anymore.
yeah.
I just
But we're
charge you.
still
They
nowhere
just
near
charge
it.
you.
So it's very frustrating for that to be happening.
Oh god, it's so bad.
But
Someone look at how bad this is.
I can't tell.
Frozen.
Oh, okay. It's like 4 pixels.
It's moving on
Yeah.
mine.
it's not on mine.
That's moving again now. It's gotten a little better, I guess.
So,
Well, we want this.
he says,
I want
he
it.
puts it away. He says,
Oh.
yes, perhaps it is best that I keep it after
Well,
all.
it-
After
yeah.
all, it was entrusted to me.
Oh, did he give me any other kind of riddly stuff?
Oh, you were asking about more details. He
Yeah,
says,
Wolverine.
he says,
Talk to him about it.
my friend was a man who he was let us say that he was not a man who was welcome in most cities.
It's definitely Aiden.
Can I get it again?
Sure, one more time.
Can I try like a history or something?
Yeah.
What are you rolling?
Inside.
What about a
Auto
religion?
20 on inside.
What about a religion?
Well, actually, no. I think history would probably be the best.
History would probably be better.
Yeah.
What about religion?
Maybe.
No?
Maybe. What'd you
Okay.
get on religion?
I'll try history first.
I got a +7 and an auto 20, so.
17 on history.
Religion, I got a 17.
You guys kind of put your heads together. With the natural 20, you think you have an idea, actually. And you start to kind of piece together bits of tales that you've heard.
I thought they were legends, not even real.
And yet. So here's what you know. Give me just 1 second.
Oh, why do you look so cute? God dang it. Oh.
Strim's back.
Thanks, Austin.
It's Aiden, wasn't it?
What's up, Dave?
It's Aiden.
Just looked up pictures of Dave Attell.
Okay. I wish it was David
Shave your head.
It was pretty close before.
You'll be pretty close if you shave your head.
So you kind of put together bits and pieces of
Stinky breath.
of the tale of who he's talking about, and finally you kind of get the impression that he could be talking about one of a few different people.
Oh, great.
Even with the natural 20, you're not 100% sure with the information you've
Right.
got, but given the location of where you are, the kind of history of this town,
The implications.
and the fact that he's a gnome,
Oh.
you expect that the person he's talking about could be,
David.
I think,
No.
Dave.
it could be
No.
Joe.
Yeah, it's David the gnome.
Oh, we've never had a D&D character named Joe. Why don't you make any Joes?
Ooh, why don't you make
Such
it
a-
David
Joe
the gnome?
props.
Such a plain name.
Rescuing
Joe? We could
deer
see
from fences.
Joe
and
the
foxes.
tavern man.
Was the fox-
You've met Joes
Joe-
before.
I've
You just
met
never asked
Joe
their
We had
name.
fox
Indeed.
friends, too.
Oh yeah. Used to watch that all the time.
Anyhow, who's trying to buy
I
this
never
ring?
cared much.
No one's buying it. We're waiting to figure out.
We're trying to unsolve the mysteries of the ring. We're not even getting it.
Yeah.
He's not going to give it to us. We'll have to
Yeah,
kill him
I-
first.
I've turned D&D into a mystery novel of thieves.
I mean, he
History.
almost just gave it to us for free if we would have
Is
said
that what
we
you
were going
titled
on
this
the quest.
this time? Did you title this the Haste Ring Mystery?
Austin titled it Dungeon Fun Mistress ?
That's what it says. Yep.
Dungeon Fun Mistress.
Dungeon Fun
It was
Mistress.
a lot
Question
better than
mark.
the other choices, I promise you.
Okay.
I let Austin name it.
Come and let's
It took a
play
long time
together
just to get this one.
in the bright sunny summer.
Okay, anyway. So, you are fairly certain that he is referring to a particular drow elf.
Oh,
not
yeah.
not that drow elf.
The only
Dritz.
one that we know of.
Yeah, not the one that everybody in the world knows about, basically.
It's not Dritzt.
Not Dritz.
His brother.
It's his brother Pritz.
It's Pritzt.
Oh,
it's Critzt.
Dritz.
The worst one.
The dankest
Dritz. God.
Critzt.
He's got like a
That sounds
shell
like-
necklace.
That's Jesus. That sounds like somebody rolled a fucking World of Warcraft character, and they were like, "Oh man, Dritz is taking, dude, Critz."
He carries around a D20 with him with all 20s on it. Critzt.
That's so Priddles
Jesus.
Taste the Pain Bow. That's so, that cringe shirt.
I'm sure someone here owns it.
No, I don't think anyone here would ever have the audacity to own a Criddles
Who
Taste the
doesn't
Pain
have
Bow
that?
shirt.
I have one.
You do not. I kind of could see your parents buying you that for like Christmas, though.
God, I would.
Thank
You
God.
mean
Sounds
Critz?
like a
Miss?
shirt that they Christmas.
I like that my parents don't understand anything about what I do, so there's no like way for them to get
They
me
loved
that
your
theme.
They loved your Jesus Saves shirt.
No, my parents didn't. My parents thought I was very sacrilegious.
Oh,
I mean, it was, but they didn't. They weren't fans.
they weren't
of it.
amused.
No.
They
God,
saw
I
right
would
through
burn
it.
that damn shirt.
Because they had Jesus with like a skeleton hand, and, like a glowing mace.
Oh
Like,
boy. I would have set Austin's parents right off if he would have dared to wear that around them.
And I said, I don't care for your rules.
Okay.
My mom's been watching that stupid show that
Peep
comes.
show.
No,
The League,
the
the Guild,
one that I can't stand with
British
the,
Bake Off.
British
Office.
the
Bake Off.
nerd one.
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
no,
she keeps
I
on
hate
saying
that.
stuff to
I
me
hate
from
that.
that show, and I'm like,
Old
I don't
people
watch
love
it.
that show.
And my mom's
and
just
I
like,
hate
oh,
it.
I figured this is kind of what y'all do, and I'm just like,
Bazingo.
No, it's no. Nope, I'm not gonna buy into it.
Badongo.
dang it.
Jumanji.
I've never watched a single episode.
Bagonga.
I've heard that dude talk,
It's-
and I can't do it.
There's a Facebook page apparently that makes comics where it's like Joey meets Sheldon, and it's like Joey from Friends and Sheldon. They just took like their heads and like made comics with them as if these two characters have met.
I don't know either
There's-
one of those.
There's a subreddit called
You don't know Joey from Friends?
You
Have you never
Joey
watched
from
Friends?
Friends?
Go watch all of the Friends.
Friends
Friends,
isn't
is
that
good.
I've
Friends
never
is
watched
good.
an episode of Friends in
Oh
my
my
life.
God.
Friends.
But no, there's a
Friends is
subreddit
good.
called Comedy Cemetery, and it's just people making like really shitty jokes and like comics and stuff. It's wonderful. I love going down that road, hoping I never wind up on
Finish
it.
that?
You finished that.
No.
Hey, where'd that coffee come from?
There's so much more in there.
Oh, Brandon wasn't here for the
Yes,
coffee
it is.
conversation.
Oh, were you not? Damn, it's strong.
It's actually
Very
pretty. It's
strong.
actually not bad. This one's pretty good.
You got my heart buzzing.
And it's
Nah,
strong,
it's
strong,
really
strong.
not.
I got,
it's
I
good.
got a weak heart.
Try it.
Weak heart.
What's in it?
That just tastes like pure coffee. I don't like the taste of that one. I like it sugary and sweet.
Doesn't have a lot of flavor to it.
Coffee's gross. Why are you doing that repeatedly?
He's
Are
doing,
you also? Do you have a
Like the
saxophone?
Friends
You also
theme
look like
song.
you could have a saxophone and you would play it,
He's
but
doing-
sort of poorly.
I did play clarinet, so I could.
he's got graffiti going on.
I
in
could
his mind.
probably play saxophone a little bit.
But poorly and on the streets.
I dug. Yep.
No,
That's what I'm gonna do.
no.
But only in Seattle. It would
But
have to be
only
in Seattle.
Nah, you'd be like a Cleveland.
Nah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Where does he belong? Cleveland or Seattle?
Vote.
Vote.
Place your
stream,
votes.
stream vote. Strim vote. What is that?
You know this.
That's what he was.
I do know it.
Look in the mirror.
Oh yeah, that's David Tell.
Yeah.
Remember the one where he went to the world famous gold and silver pawn shop?
I remember so many episodes.
Turned into Pawn Stars.
But it was like a shitty little pawn shop at
It
the
was
time.
really
It was an
dank.
actual pawn shop.
Yeah. It was really dark in there. Weird. So we got this ring
You don't have a ring.
He gave it to
no.
us.
We got-
Talking
I think
to
he
him.
has this
Now we're
ring
rolling over it to
that-
see who gets it.
that belonged to Cripst.
Me.
No.
The-
Do we know? You said it's not the drow that everyone knows, but do we know who it was actually?
Yeah. So I'm been trying to wait for you guys to settle down so I can tell you. So there is a drow who is very famous in Bryn Shander, actually. The only reason you know this is because you rolled a 20. Like, literally, you couldn't even see what I'm about to tell you on the way into the city because it's so snowy. Bryn Shander has a statue of this drow elf out in front of the city for reasons, well, I guess you would know the goddamn natural 20.
I read every fine print.
Wait,
Every
so this guy's
statue.
trying to hide the identity of this thing, but they got a statue in the fucking courtyard as you come
He's
in.
not
with
being
this guy?
like
Didn't ask
super
questions.
secretive about it.
So, here's what you know. This drow elf managed to defeat some demon on the outside of the city. The city made a statue in commemoration of him, and apparently this gnome, of all people, was one of his closest friends. That's what you're gathering from all of this.
Okay. We should ask if he's gonna get a statue when he dies.
Just hint at it that you know who he's talking about, but doesn't know we know. Just like maybe
I'll be like, oh yeah.
maybe if I get that ring, they'll make a statue
I mean,
of me.
wasn't he about to give it to us for free?
No, he was
That
just showing. He was just showing off.
it
He's
was
just.
before you guys came in. Whenever he
He was
wanted
about
us
to give it
say
to us
that
for
we
free,
were
but he
gonna
wanted to
on
go.
the
He
quest,
wanted
like
us to go there
immediately.
first.
Yeah.
I think he was just showboating. He's
No,
want to show
he-
off his ring.
Well, maybe like, look at this cool ring I got.
Anyhow, if he's not gonna sell it, well, we just need to say thanks,
He's
old
like, I
man.
got this ring,
Bye.
but I don't want to see it, but I might give it
Just
to
look
you.
at it. Just look at it.
Anyway, so he says, "Well, I have potions to brew and that sort of thing. So if you're here to purchase something, I am definitely more than happy to help."
Do you have any potions of healing or potions of that sort?
I have a few. He pulls out a box. He has about 4
What are they? Regular heals.
regular potions of healing.
What is that heal for?
2d4 plus 2.
How much are they?
He wants 75 gold each for them.
That's a premium price.
I'm gonna thank him though and look around, wait for everyone to get done before we leave.
Man.
Anybody want anything? We good to go?
Everybody's here now, right?
Yes.
All 5 of you.
Did G come? Was she done
Yeah.
performing?
He says, "Hang on one moment."
I should get a ring for everybody.
He says,
One for everyone.
He says-
they're real rare.
my days in this world are short.
Don't say that.
He says,
Ew.
"What the
Are
fuck
you
is that
tugging it
supposed
over
to
there?
be?"
Are you tugging it?
You tugboating, bro.
Tavash just is tugging it in the corner.
Getting his dinky.
He says, "My days in this world are short. I recognize that even someone as frail as I can still see the signs. But deep in my heart, the spirit of an adventurer still burns.
Adventurer spirit.
Truly, I don't want my only possession that means anything to me to be buried with me when I die
Have you
in
no
some
sons?
unmarked grave.
This is
No.
the subject.
I mean, someone's gonna stand to inherit
Infertile.
He says, "No, I never got along with the ladies."
Brian,
it. Much like this one
wanna
here.
get you some coffee?
Can it be hot?
Yeah, you could heat it up. It's cold brew, but you can heat it up.
He says,
Want some?
Okay.
he says,
If you're getting some, I'll take some.
"I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen any adventurers up here in over a decade. And my well, let's just say that I didn't expect to feel this way. But I'll tell you this. All I want is, before I pass, I want to hear one more good story. One more good adventuring story. I want to feel like I was there. I don't want to burden you with this. I don't even know you."
Let's tell him about the fucking devil horn.
I don't know
And the
you,
sweet
but I
hoof
don't
drug.
like you.
He says,
Well,
I
that
don't
wasn't
even-
us, was it?
"I don't even know you. But
Us.
you seem like, well, mostly decent folk. And you seem like adventurers that can get things done."
We like to think of ourselves as
Rootin'
such.
Tootin' Adventures.
I'm gonna jump this counter and
Sick.
slip this fucking dude's
Hey,
throat.
look at those little, okay, there's nothing in your hands. There was nothing
It was
there.
fibers.
It
You
was a
you
hair.
pulled out. That's what I thought. You pulled out a fiber that you thought was for. There was nothing in your hand.
There was a hair there.
There was not.
He says,
I know it was there.
he says, if you go to the cairn and tell me the story of your adventure, assuming I don't pass before then,
Oh God.
I will leave my ring to you.
This is more than fair.
Fair. I'm being the most generous I've been in my life. Fair. Please. He says,
I'm not speaking anymore.
he says, I just wanted to go to someone that will use it. And all my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead.
He's
So-
like a dinosaur.
Did you just say
So-
poor goblin?
Poor guy.
Oh, poor goblin. Poor little goblin.
Poor little gnome.
So,
Do
go.
not call
Take
it
care of your adventure. And then, if you have time, check out the cave in Kelvin's cairn. And tell me what you find.
Can we see it on the map? Like the map. that
Do you
we-
have a
Yeah,
map?
who has
Show it
the
to
map?
him.
I'll pull up the map.
Yeah, he points it
and,
out. It's basically pretty much straight north from here. From
Is it-
Rinchander.
Okay, so it's north, and the one that we're going to is south.
Yeah, you're heading southeast.
What are you doing?
nothing.
I still don't understand what's going on,
Don't
so I
do
just
anything.
I
I'm
circle
gonna
it.
see on the
And
screen.
You won't see it
they'll,
because nothing
they'll
happened.
explain it to me later.
Okay, it froze, of course. Of course it's freezing.
Got your back.
I'm trying to see
Well,
what
I'll
you're
figure
doing.
that he's wanting us to go there, and I'll point at the one that we're going to.
You're
I'll
sniffing
say-
my head.
Going there.
Does it smell weird? Does it smell like a stranger's house?
Definitely doesn't smell like.
Does it smell like an armpit?
No, never of your head smelled like armpits. It's just kind of like a stranger's house.
Like a stranger's armpit.
Like another person, really.
Like
No,
another person's
Not
armpit.
another person, just a
Like
stranger's
like another
house.
person's, BO smell.
Okay, no, not like that.
Alright. He says, and well, if you've got time, come regale an old man with your stories. Farewell.
Oh, dang it, I did.
Yo,
Do
where are they at?
Oh, gee, don't do
You
this.
guys didn't.
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
No.
No.
Anyways, actually, would I know if there's any way, like, to magically document or record things?
Of course. Oh, how do you mean?
Still a little bit of hot coffee on
Oh,
top.
he did not. He kind of looks
Like,
like you might have though.
Basically,
Do they look upset?
an arcane handy
He's
cam.
all
Is there a way for me to, like, record events?
Ooh, that
To
sounds
replay.
dank. Whoa.
I mean, there is, yeah, but there's a few ways.
I was,
Record how? Like, record...
to record our adventures. Like, basically have a GoPro to
Oh,
show this guy what's
gotcha.
happening so he can, like...
No,
really
but there are
experience
ways to, like, impart memories.
Okay.
Bro, don't let Austin eat that cabbage. It's mildewy.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to stop him. He gets
He
ideas
loves
in his
mildew.
head about eating things that are so old. If he says he will,
That cabbage is
He
black.
Oh,
It's gross. Black.
he'll peel off that top part and then won't
Yeah.
even care, and he'll just eat the rest of it. As
It's
if
like kombucha.
That's such an awesome thing
He's got his kimchi going with mildew.
I can never stop him. He will eat it.
Kim Childu.
I will be right back.
Oh no. Every time I ever hear that at my house, you're in there shitting for at least 20 minutes.
It's not going to be 20 minutes.
It will be. I'll
It's
time
not-
it.
Alright,
Don't
just...
time it.
Justin's
do
going
not
to shit for.
time
I'm
him.
gonna time
Justin
you.
needs to relax. That's
Yeah,
fine.
relax time.
No, I'm
You're gonna
timing
lose an
you.
eye!
I'm legit timing you. Like
Where Justin comes out, is both of his eyes are just hanging out.
Fucking turbo turd.
I'm timing you. Go for it. Go now. It's starting.
You made Justin yell turbo turd. Right here in front of God and everyone.
Well, he always just acts. He acts so passive about it. Like, I'll be right back. Like it's just gonna be a second, and then he'll spend the entire night in there.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
that's
his
true.
life.
He's
Yeah.
way quicker than me.
He's quicker than Austin in the bathroom, but still, it's not saying a lot.
Jesse,
Why are you
can I
so
have a slice of
giggly?
your pizza?
Big burger.
Just one.
Yeah, he makes those, like, different
Probably not gonna eat it.
Trump remix videos and stuff with the air horns and all that. I don't know if Austin
I
showed
haven't.
any
No,
of
I
those.
haven't seen them. What is it? The one with the
The
red
MLG.
guy?
No.
Okay. I saw that one. That's the only one he showed me.
Best cheap pizza.
Oh, that one that Austin made us watch.
Yes, that he
I don't know.
was in love with all last weekend. Was that last weekend?
Probably.
Well, what would you say is better than that?
I like pan pizza from
Pine pizza.
a lot of places. I like pan pizza.
How are you doing? I was gonna get bath on Sunday. Anyone want to come help
Pizza
get Poe
Parlor
bath?
Kavanaugh has
Spray him down with a hose.
I don't recommend it.
Throw him in
He
the
gets-
sink.
He hates bath time. It's Poe at his worst.
You mean Kavanaugh pizza?
You mean pizza parlor?
Look at Poe.
Pizza
Good
parlor.
kitty.
And pizza parlor.
Good kitty.
Same thing.
Same thing. I agree.
Loud sound.
I'm trying to think of pizza that's better than yours.
Anything? No, seriously. Well, Pizza Hut is the best of the best, and I will always stand by that.
I like Pizza Hut pan. I can't really think of a good
I don't
pan
like
pizza.
pan pizza.
Oh.
I'll have to read it real quick.
Wait.
I mean, it's fine if you're just gonna talk about names of places. They know.
No.
Viewers for that.
I'll ask him if it's pan pizza whenever he gets back, because I don't know if it's thick enough to count.
We need to take a stream vote.
Stream vote for what?
What's everyone's favorite pizza?
Oh, it's Pizza Hut. They know what's up. No, I doubt it's Pizza Hut.
No one likes Pizza Hut.
I love Pizza Hut
You also love Mountain Dew.
and Mountain Dew. I like Pizza Hut and Mountain Dew together, actually.
Blend it up.
Prefer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dip it.
Just actually threw an
Put some
IV.
cottage cheese in there.
Cottage cheese
Boom.
is okay with
Sun
pizza
chips.
and Mountain Dew. True story. Oh, it's
I think the best pizza I've had is it's this place in Tulsa, where you get by like the slice, but they're like huge slices, like the size of your head.
Pizza Hut.
I forget what it's called.
It's not called
Geno's
Pizza
too.
Hut.
It's called
really
Pizza
good.
Hut.
I like Geno's a lot,
Ooh, I used to like.
but only
Geno's a
because I
lot.
use like 18 ranch per slice.
It's just the ranch that's really good.
Yep.
I mean, their pizza's decent. It's pretty good.
I just get cheese pizza from there, but I like
What's
it.
that sound?
Or
It's
if I
just
just-
Justin trying to be
Causing
fast.
havoc in the bathroom.
Get
He
it
like-
Sounds like
he
you
lift-
knocked something
He
over.
he
there.
lifted off for a minute. He was like,
I've heard chaos back there.
you made them rush. That's what
Oh,
happens.
quit tearing that off. You're a bad cat when you do
It's
that.
another good pizza. Taco Bell. It's got some good pizza.
Look how cute this little.
Those Mexican
Ooh,
pizzas.
You can put a little baby in a
I haven't
bonnet.
had Mexican
with
pizza in so
I'm a
long.
little baby in a bonnet.
that. You're a little
I
baby
can
in a
taste
bonnet.
it.
Little
Yeah,
coat
Taco
in a
Bell
bonnet.
Mexican pizza.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good.
Little chody baby.
Sick. Give me that.
Ah,
Cody.
Man, I want some Chicago style pizza. Sounds delicious.
You can't get it if you have that in your hair.
In your hair.
You guys didn't get no head lice on this.
Nope, no.
Me head
I hope
lice.
you didn't get no head lice.
I don't. I don't keep the head lice. I just keep the eggs.
Ew.
I got a shaker full of nits.
Okay.
Ew!
I cannot believe
Oh,
you just said that. You made me think of a salt shaker full of nits, and I don't want to hear about it.
And just instantly, it just.
That's fucking
You take a look at the
sick.
salt shaker and everything's moving
God.
around just a little.
Stop. That is serious.
Yo,
as
Brandon.
Walk by, sprinkle it on everyone's hair.
It's like a cheese shaker.
Yeah, we all got it, so ain't nothing to worry about.
You guys, I would literally set my head on fire.
Little
That is
grains of
serious.
rice.
Oh, that is
They don't
sick.
all
Do you
mix
use that on
together.
Poe?
Yes.
We probably do have lice.
Put it on
No.
fire.
It's mites. It's different.
Thank God I have not
cat
used that
lice.
thing. Oh my God.
I'm sure as soon as that thing rubs on him, that's just covered in grease. They can't stick
The
to
thing
it.
gets rubbed on Poe daily.
Oh, sick. It's on his butthole.
It's not his butthole.
Why'd
It's a
you
little
stick it
bit
in
on his
Poe?
I'm
butthole.
not rubbing
hole?
Poe's butthole with this.
I think I
You
ruined
put it in the Poe hole. How could you
What'd you do
that?
to it?
I put that vanilla in it.
The really old
Put some of the
vanilla?
chocolate sauce
Yeah.
and caramel sauce.
Bro, that stuff was like alcoholic. It was so old. The sugar had turned.
Sugar's turned.
Is it bad?
It tastes like alcohol. I think the sugar is fermented.
But if you like it, drink it.
Yeah, if you like it, drink it.
Don't anyone tell you what you have to do.
Yeah, don't anyone tell
Meg,
you
Poe, when we
you
gonna
don't have
a
to
girls'
die.
night?
Whenever February gets
I know, but February is like,
next weekend.
I know, beginning next weekend.
I guess we could do a girls' night next weekend.
Everyone's ready for it.
Where are we gonna do it at?
That David Tell
Are you
show
gonna
was
do it
good.
here?
I used to love that.
Good show.
I used to watch that stuff all the time.
Remember we went to Little Rock?
Yeah. I don't remember what he did there. Oh,
He did like a swing dancing thing with a bunch of old people.
swingers dancing.
Mm-hmm. Did you say
Hey, where did this come from? Did Austin 3D print that?
guy
What?
at work did?
Sorry, I grabbed you a little bit.
Grab my hair. My hair.
Give me that.
No.
Ben's been
Yeah,
3D
he got
printing
it at that, that guy's house.
Who?
Ben.
Ben. Ben Hur.
Ben Hur. That's exactly the man. Ben Hur. I've been hurting ya.
Did Ben print this?
Yep.
When do you
That's
buy a
pretty
3D
fancy.
printer?
Ben's had one for a while.
One of the guys at work has a 3D printer. He got not long ago, like a week or two ago.
Alright, so Justin has been gone for so far 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Austin says, "Do not time a man shit."
Do not time a man shit.
I agree
It's
with that.
too late. Too little too late. Justin's getting timed. I hope he's really trying to squeeze one out in there
Oh,
with
sick.
anger.
We can't time his botulism. It's just gotta come out naturally.
Yeah, you know all about that.
You
don't
can't
you?
time that cat food. Just like Poe.
Poe actually shits really quick. He'll shit and then immediately hop out of the litter box and run around the house and cry.
'Cause it hurts.
So, that's kind of how it seems.
Oh.
He like poops and then immediately has to get out of there. He's terrified of it. Old pup, you done?
Did you get your botulism out?
It took you 9 minutes, 5 seconds.
half
Okay.
20 minutes.
Yeah, but this was a quick time because you knew you were a race against the clock.
No, I spent the first 5 minutes of it stressing out, so I had to relax, and that was good.
Stressing out.
Gross.
No, I mean,
I was in a
I mean,
hurry.
people put
I
a.
feel like even in a hurry, I couldn't go that fast.
Alright, guys.
9 minutes is a pretty
Why is it so
lengthy
fun?
one for
Right?
me.
Like if
Why
you're in
is
there
everybody
at
so
9
fun?
minutes,
It takes
something's
shit.
wrong.
I think that's super good.
We're
You're in there
impressed.
9 minutes.
I am impressed
No.
because I even when I'm moving fast, it's 20 minutes.
No.
Man, I can't.
If
I
my
can't do
leg-
20 minutes of work.
If it takes 20 minutes, I better be dying.
Right, like there's something seriously fucking wrong.
If my
You
legs
have to
aren't
be
asleep, it's not been long
here.
enough.
No.
God, Justin pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch, and I just know that I'm never gonna be able to touch it. It's just gonna sit in the bathroom all the time. I'm just not gonna be able to touch it.
Hey, is this tea any good, or is it Austin like homebrew?
That's
I have
Austin.
no
idea.
That's
God
Austin
damn
tea.
it.
I never drink
There's
tea.
sweet
There's,
tea behind
there's a
it,
jug
though.
back there behind
Not
it.
a
Yeah,
fan
that's
of
what I was
tea.
talking about. That jug.
Oh no, I just opened it.
Oh, good, good.
Oh, I didn't know that was good tea.
Yep, I popped the top on it.
Awesome.
Can I have some of it?
Yeah.
Is it yours?
No.
Look at bro.
I
She's
don't
so
know if you can
unhappy.
have it. I'm not drinking
I
it.
tried to tell them I didn't drink it so they wouldn't have it. Now they're drinking it all.
I really don't drink tea.
Justin,
I've never
would
been
you
able to
mind
like
hitting me
tea.
with some of that
No
tea?
kind of tea.
Yeah, how much?
Oh, just a glass.
I
full.
love tea.
I really don't. I've tried.
I drink
tea.
There
so
you go,
much
a
hot
glass full.
tea.
I've tried. Never have I had a
Thank
tea
you.
that I liked.
Oh, it might
Smell it.
spill.
I haven't had a hot tea that I don't like.
Never met a tea I like.
Never met a tea.
Sounds racist.
Like there's this one that I drink that him and my
I
dad
think
both
that's-
tried it and they
this
said
has
it
made my
sounds it
stomach
tastes like dirt. Like it just tastes like the fruits and
I've
dirt.
had a lot of those herbal teas that have certain like.
Oh, no, it's nothing like the herbal one.
Okay,
It's so
this-
gross.
It's
No,
called like
I don't like it, bro. It's gone too weird.
Have you not listened to
Who-
It
this?
was
Yeah.
Home
Who-
Improvement.
Have you not listened to it
it's
yet?
No,
something
what is
that like
that?
Oh my
I think
God,
it
it's
might be
Sodium
slightly
VLC Cerita.
fermented. I don't know.
Oh, really?
It's so
It's
good.
delicious.
I haven't
I love
listened
it.
to that.
It's
Gross.
pretty dang good.
There's some fucking amazing.
Herbal
like,
teas are
I
kind of too
laughed
sweet.
so
for me
much listening to
sometimes.
this album, especially that fucking Vanessa Carlton AC/DC thing.
Oh, that was awesome.
I love it.
It hurts
That
to
one-
listen to at first.
That first song
You
is a
start to
breakdown
respect.
intentionally. I have
You
nothing
respect
but respect.
how
for it.
much
That's
how much
shady.
time
Okay, listen to
and
this.
effort and just
God, I hate that. Heard that earlier.
me and Austin were talking how this is like the Eminem fever dream song.
Yeah.
God, I hate this song.
It does feel like a fever dream.
Stop this.
Hi.
I hate it. All those songs make my brain feel like it's like rattling in
This
my
is what
head.
like music is to you though anyways. Like we were talking about that, like how like if you were to go and like recreate music that's, you know, nostalgic or
I
any kind
told
of
her
pop culture,
to.
this is the kind of shit that you would probably make, except
No.
for it wouldn't
This
be
is
as
very clearly.
I was talking to
knowingly-
Austin how a lot of it reminds me of Brooke, where like it sounds okay, it sounds right, but then you're like, nah, there's
Something's
something,
wrong.
something is just off. Do, do, do.
is that one. This is it.
Alright, so the
Just
dude's
the
gonna
first
give it
part.
to us if we.
He's gonna give it to us. Cool.
If we come back and tell him all about our
Yeah, I thought you
adventures.
got me full.
Oh, yeah, come here.
You okay, Justin?
I'm just confused by what's going on.
Beautiful
Music.
Okay.
Beautiful music.
Lemon Demon, Neil. What's his
Oh,
name?
God
There
damn
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Hate that fucking guy.
He's a beauty. He's a savant.
Everybody in the fucking world loves him, and for some reason that makes me hate him.
I didn't even know who this man was, but then it was the Potter Puppet Pals guy, and then that's all I know. I don't.
You don't know him from Lemon Demon?
I've never.
Most people don't know
heard
Lemon
her.
Demon.
For some reason, okay, I know why I don't like him. It's because, for some reason, in like junior high, I was really jealous of him because I felt like his music didn't take a lot of talent to make, but all the girls loved him. Like all the girls were like, "Oh, he's so dreamy."
I could do that.
Exactly. So I'm just like, fuck that guy.
He is very talented though. Like his ability to mash up songs and like pitch things to sound
I
right.
don't know, like
I ain't afraid of
I
no
don't know if it's
bit.
the talent part or he's just so persistent. It's talent if
There's
it doesn't
definitely
take him
talent, dude.
a lot of time, but
No,
I just feel like he spends a really long time doing this.
he took Wonderwall, played it backwards, played the vocal track backwards, and still made it go with the music.
Yeah,
Like the dude is
yeah,
great.
he's-
At, like,
he has talent.
and they took Wonderwall on this one, and he pitched it to "You Spin Me Right Round."
It's really fucking good.
It's pretty insane.
Okay. I mean,
And you listen to his mashup albums. They're
I'll have to try to give him a shot sometime.
it's all meme music though. It's,
Oh, don't tell me that.
There's just a lot of Smash Mouth
It's all Mimi
references.
music.
Maymays.
Maymays, dank maymays.
Dank
He's
mayonnaise.
got to get on those dank mayonnaise.
I'm just not.
Too much
I guess
of
they're
my
just too dank for me.
Too damn.
Yeah,
Names
she's
are too
dank.
dank.
Too
You gotta ease
dang.
into it.
So, he says, this old gnome,
Here's the
says
ring.
that he'll give you the ring if you can come back and regale him with stories of the cave in Kelvin's cairn. But,
Okay.
until then, you don't get it.
Okay.
Can you stop
Well,
talking about rings
Let's
now?
say goodbye to him
Okay.
and
So-
set out.
What happens if he dies before we get back though?
He drops his rings like Sonic.
We gotta go pick him up. So can we set out, or does anyone else need to shop at any of these places? Because I'm ready to
I
go.
don't need anything from anyone.
Okay.
Ever.
Let's start making
You
a
need
track.
rations,
As long
bro?
as it's
I
still
need
early in the
Mr.
day.
I ran out of rations.
No,
He's got oatmeal for
Yeah, let's go
days.
to-
I can make 45 pounds of food a day.
Yeah, that's true. We don't need
And I
that.
also have elven crackers. 10 of them.
Do you have
We should go
water,
to the
though?
general store
Can you create water?
Let's go
Can I
to
see
the
the
general
book?
store.
When I create
G
the
just
food,
kind of starts walking away
it
Yeah.
to go to
creates
the
Again.
30,
general store.
30 gallons
Again.
of water with it.
Yeah.
And I
Can
can
you
also
get a book?
create
I'm gonna get a
separate
leash
water.
from the
I
general
don't know
store.
why I prepared both
Or
of
a
those.
bell.
I was gonna
I
say,
say general store.
if we get attacked in
and
the
just
snow,
start walking there.
just create water on
At
someone.
least I say where I'm going.
I hear.
You would
Well,
mess
unless
them
it's
up
like
so
I
an
acknowledge.
ice elemental.
Why?
Power them up so bad.
Then you create food on them.
Because I do know the word
Oh,
general
you
store.
slowed me down with your oatmeal. I'm
What
cooking
is
oats.
this? Is this steel cut oats?
It's not even sweetened.
Man, okay. While she's buying stuff at the general store, and it's all normal price except if it's above 10 gold, run it by me real quick.
And if it's imported, there's a tax. You have to pay a lot on it.
So
Imported.
at the place I previously worked, that you also worked for a bit,
I used to get the steel cut oats there.
yeah, they were so gross.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys had free breakfast or food in
It was
general-
not
Okay, so
free.
that's
Oh,
why I
yeah,
don't
free.
have
You
it.
had to
Because
pay
it's
for it.
not in the book. Can I
Right
buy some
out of
salt
that, like,
and stuff to season
I
the
wouldn't pay
porridge?
for
Um, they sell salt at the general store.
Ah, dang it, I meant to bring you one of those
Yeah.
coffee oatmeals.
They sell salt.
I forgot.
Shit out of it right now.
However, it's extraordinarily expensive
Swing by the office
Um,
weekend and grab it.
for, let's call it, 4 tablespoons of
Got
salt.
more chicken if you want some.
It's about
I've got enough
15
right now.
gold.
I need to go buy Ziploc bags to individually freeze it.
Do they have any other spices?
They have pepper, which is 30
Got
gold for the
5
same
more
amount.
bags.
They have pepper.
Big
Yeah.
bags?
Yeah.
Jesus
I want
Christ.
pepper.
30
Gold?
gold for
I'm
4
gonna-
tablespoons.
I'm gonna
You
lemon
wanna
pepper
take more?
everything.
30
Did you
gold?
take all of it?
30
so
gold.
spending 45
30.
gold in total?
Yes.
Holy shit, they want a lot for that
They
pepper.
said today, whatever gets left, they're gonna throw it away.
What?
Damn.
Chicken
Um,
breast.
Dang it, bro. You didn't tell me about
Anything
none
else
of
I
that.
might need?
Come over and get some. I got time.
When?
I have so much useless shit, but I feel like I need
Are you
more
gonna work
useless shit.
tomorrow?
No. Why would I work tomorrow?
I don't know. You worked last Saturday.
I need a
didn't
mess kit.
No, I was in
Oh.
Tulsa last
Oh, you
Saturday.
can't come up here.
you? What about Saturday before that?
Why can't
Yeah,
you come up
pick up
here?
Then why do you act like it's crazy that you might work on a
Because
Saturday?
that's been the first Saturday I worked since I worked there. And I was sort of volunteer.
No.
Okay, is she done? If when
Justin,
she's
You know,
what,
by
what were you saying about the steel cut oats?
Oh, they were gross. That's
Oh.
all I have to say.
Oh.
They were very, very plain.
I did. Yeah.
You had to do a lot to like make them edible.
They were
Yeah.
healthy.
They. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they were. They were-
Incredibly plain.
I thought they were pretty good once you added stuff to them.
Yeah, I mean, if you add like honey and cinnamon and granola and butter
I did all of those
And
things.
sugar.
And syrup.
and
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Just a tablespoon of lard. Just to really.
then they were great.
Whenever
but-
you first get the bowl, you scoop half of it out directly to the trash. That way you have the room.
Alright, I
Man,
think
that
I'm good.
breakfast pizza though.
It was either really good or one time they served it on like a tomato base and it was revolting.
Oh, why would they do that?
I don't know.
Gravy only.
I know. One time they served it with a tomato base. It was real bad.
I loved two things so much. I love that breakfast pizza, and I love the Cobb salad wrap.
Everybody did. I hated it.
Oh yeah, everyone loved that Cobb. When it was Cobb salad day.
Yeah, lying out the door.
Yep.
Anyway,
Must be nice.
you done buying stuff? Okay. So,
Do we need a portable RAM?
you couldn't buy one here anyway.
Why not? They're only 4 gold. It's under 10.
No, they're not.
4 gold.
4 gold for a portable RAM.
Yep.
She's smiling, so it can't be.
No, it really is.
It's
You can see the book right now.
It's
if you
like
want.
portable ram quarter.
Can I have it?
portable.
They don't have any
Portable
portable
rams.
rams.
It's a
Aw,
it's a goat.
You said
Ported ram.
anything.
Okay, I
It's
was
a
wrong.
miniature goat.
Anything except
That's
portable rams.
rude.
There's a few other things too they don't have.
Like what?
Well, let me see the book.
Anything you
Like
want.
something
Yeah,
challenging.
start saying stuff that you want.
You said
That'll
that
be easier.
You said that there weren't portable
Alchemist
rams. I got
fire.
a portable goat.
Why?
What's the noise?
What is it?
The computer shut
Awesome.
I think your computer's
Not
actually
the
shutting
No, I
down.
think it's.
Shutting down,
Do
but-
they have any antitoxin?
Yes.
You're making her sad.
What's a bascus?
I
Abacus.
can't
Ab-
buy it. She
Oh,
will.
abacus.
She's mean.
Okay,
Not
got it.
me.
It took me
Abacus.
saying it out loud to realize what that word was. Got it.
Nice.
What kind of
Hey.
sauce is that?
There's several people.
A
That should be
bascus.
careful. She's-
Do they have any
Can I
vials
get
of
it in
acid?
my-
But your cat's bit
No.
me too, so we'll be even.
My cat bites out fun
I'd like some
Really
of
nice.
the baskets, please.
Can I buy a ladder?
Yes.
10-foot ladder.
Mhm.
Does it
I want
collapse?
to.
Oh.
I'm gonna wander over there.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
god, let's
I'm
not
done.
spend
I'm
all day
done.
at the general store.
I'm out.
What do you buy?
Too late.
Into the
come
volcano.
back,
I'm
come
good.
back,
I'm
Soren.
done.
I'm telling Soren an interesting story. Before he
walk
goes
out
to
and
the
I'm like,
general store.
I'm
Go
gonna
now.
add some stuff.
I'm gonna ask if they have any portable rams.
They do. They don't have any portable rams.
Girl, what's wrong?
I'm gonna buy some salt.
You've been
4
sassy.
tablespoons.
Okay.
15 gold.
15 gold.
And
They're
pepper,
out now.
And pepper, 4 tablespoons.
Okay. 30 gold. They're out now.
Why do you guys need so much salt and pepper?
I always have salt in my bag. Every single
Pepper?
game, I always have winter blanket, salt,
You do
and
always have a
soap.
winter blanket.
Those are 3 things that my characters always have.
Gotta stop watching so much Supernatural.
What?
What?
Because, salt's about repelling ghosts and demons.
Oh no,
I
Brandon.
just
It
haven't
sounds
put
like
in
it definitely
food.
sounds like we need. To
Yeah. Which one of us needs to stop watching?
I haven't watched it in like 3 years. But I Salt and iron.
Everyone's silent.
Pretty sure just keep it to putting food.
How embarrassing.
I love
To
that.
repel the spirits.
to repel the evil spirits from my porridge, I have to have salt.
Exactly.
Okay, let's please set off now.
He's buying stuff.
I'm
no, you're
buying
not.
some stuff.
Oh my god, why did you do this right as she's leaving?
I'm gonna make a delicious lemon pepper dish.
Of porridge.
There's no
Yeah,
more,
do they have
there-
any
there's
fruits
no
or
more spice
anything here?
left.
They do.
I don't want to hear no complaining when
They have
you don't
fruit?
get no lemon
Give me
pepper
fruit.
I
porridge.
don't want any lemon
You
pepper.
should, you
Fruit.
should see if anyone has
The
any.
bananas?
It all looks. They've got like
No, that's
oranges
really
and melons,
expensive.
I know.
They have
but
oranges?
if you were
Grapes.
wine and dine,
but they all
That's what
look
you gotta
pretty frozen.
vanilla and saffron.
Okay, saffron.
But they can be defrosted, right?
at current prices.
Sure.
Is so
So you said there's
Yeah,
oranges,
so just imagine fancy
Melons
grapes.
saffron.
and grapes.
no bananas? Why no bananas?
There's a reason why.
Because God hasn't created those yet. The
They're not
perfect,
I'm gonna buy
bananas
some
we know.
oranges.
Okay. The oranges are 5 silver each.
and they're very bitter.
How many are there?
They've got a whole like crate.
I'll buy 3.
They're like closer to lemons. It's like dark lemons.
Oh, you better get the 4.
Right now they're closer to ice cubes.
Mm,
And what about the grapes?
there you
Can
go.
I buy like a bushel of grapes?
You can.
How much?
You
1
pay.
gold per.
I got a character I used to draw when I was in like 4th grade.
Get some
What does that
realistic
translate
to?
inflation
Stalls?
there.
Pretty much. It's a little
What do
dude
they,
with a beanie. I was
translate
real
to?
proud of him.
What?
Like a bushel?
Yeah.
Just be like a handful of
I
grapes?
don't remember what his name was, but
Just Google homies. You'll find them.
have you watched the documentary?
LIL.
What
Oh,
documentary is it?
What does
Sounds
he-
interesting.
Are they purple
I love
or-
documentaries.
Vice did
Vice.
a
Green
mini
grapes.
documentary about the guy who
Green
made
ooze.
Homies.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
I
never
remember
watched
that.
that. What's it called? Do you know?
Homies or something. I don't know.
Homies.
So now she doesn't even need
Okay,
rations
homies,
right
yeah,
now. She can just eat fruit.
Okay.
Fruit.
There's also one about the people who made the original Cabbage Patch dolls, and that was actually a really interesting one. I was surprised
I remember that one.
You said
too.
mel-
how
Melons?
fascinating that was.
How many melons?
Because the lady who made
5.
them like cheated out of this
How much
like,
do they want for the
$1 million
melons?
Each one is 2 gold.
thing that she created.
Okay.
Hey, whenever you get the chance, you also need to watch R. Kelly's hip opera.
Who are you telling this to?
Not you. We watched it together.
I know.
What
I
is
know.
this?
Who are you
I
recommending
mean, I
this
don't
to?
think
I wasn't
don't
listening.
think
I don't
that's
think
my
I don't think she'll like
style.
I
Trapped in
think
the
she'll love
Closet.
it.
I wasn't
she'll love it.
listening.
It's
What
more
is it?
R&B than hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm
If that
not
helps.
super fan of R&B either, but
What would you call it?
What is it?
What?
What would you
I
call
mean,
it?
they call it a hip opera, but it's more R&B.
What is
Okay.
this?
It's like a
A documentary.
It's
R.
I
Kelly
guess.
trapped in the closet.
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, that.
Okay.
Just that.
That's what it
It's
is.
only like 30
Yeah.
something chapters.
Yeah, I don't think it's my style, but I'm okay.
That's the
That
one.
exists.
Except you got to one button at the top and none of the rest.
Let's go. I'm ready. I'm set
Alright, I
up.
got my-
What other shops are there?
So what are you guys gonna do?
No.
Is there a furniture store?
Got my salt and my pepper.
You know there is.
No.
I've
Is
got
there a-
salt, pepper, grapes, oranges, mangoes.
Is there a
No,
store
it's-
where we can buy protein?
No. Go.
Protes.
Is there like
There
a bread
is
vendor?
there's a market that you could purchase
Market!
fresh cut meat from.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make a nice meal
Alright,
tonight.
we won't do it.
Let's
But
go.
we need some chicken
I was
for that
gonna
lemon
make-
butter.
I was gonna make some lemon pepper turkey
We are
jerky,
not playing
but
The Sims right now. We're not. And I know it's hard to believe.
tonight.
We're not playing The
Obviously.
Sims.
We're just shopping. You would have loved
Yeah.
it.
No, you would have hated this. This is the kind that you
We're
hate
buying
whenever we
food
don't
and
do
furniture
anything
Are you,
at all.
and-
are you running a brothel or buying beds?
No.
We're
Right
buying
now-
ingredients to make dishes.
Right now they're buying salt and pepper.
We're gonna make some lemon pepper chicken tonight for dinner.
He's got a quart of butter.
You're playing I'm the chef.
We're playing Overcooked.
it's Top Chef. D&D
Remember when you
edition.
hated Overcooked?
Yeah, I just like channeled
Remember
you,
when I
I guess,
liked
because I
Overcooked?
felt like I was so done with it. I was like, this is boring and I just don't want to play anymore. But I never would have thought the day would come.
Don't you still feel that way?
I do. I don't want to play anymore
So do you
Overcooked
remember
ever.
you liked Overcooked?
I do. I loved it that first time we played.
I still love
Then
it.
the second time totally lost its charm. I don't know what happened.
It's because it got too hard.
I don't know.
Got too real.
I mean, even we played the easy levels.
Her parents.
Yeah, I think it also was that.
What?
We played with my parents on Christmas, and it was just
okay.
tons of parental infighting. It
That's
just-
awful.
It wasn't good at all.
That sounds terrible. So,
Or you release one of the bubbles.
what are you guys gonna do?
You're welcome.
We're gonna set out. We're going
Towards where?
Right in.
That's
Towards-
low juice.
towards the main
Mount
road.
Mini Arrows.
Mount Mini Arrows.
Okay, which direction is that from here?
I look at the map and look at the direction it is, and then we go that direction.
Okay, but you need to tell me which direction is that.
You said it was to the.
That's low.
We're here, and then we
Wow,
need to
where'd
go
you
to
go
the
down?
southeast.
Have you always been that way?
Along
Is
the
that
east
where
way?
it is?
Started out at 18.
I
Do you go
don't
southwest?
know.
Do you go southeast?
We go towards it.
But at either of those ways, we could get there. Is that correct? I mean, we're looking at the map.
Southwest or southeast? Yeah, either way, will get you there.
No.
No, it won't. Clearly, east and west are pretty different.
Either way will get us there.
Yeah, but you'll get there
I'm
eventually,
literally
one
gonna
way
look
or
at the
another.
map, and then I'm gonna say we need to go that direction.
But do we trust her?
All right. So you guys begin heading eastward.
I have a map.
No.
This is why I don't give you guys maps, because then you just don't pay attention where stuff is. You're just
I
like,
thought it was-
yeah, whatever, we go there.
I have no sense of direction.
I don't either at all. So
Can I
it's
check?
all like,
Can I refer to my map?
You refer to the map.
Which way?
Can you please
We're
just
going
let us
the
go
wrong
the
way?
direction that we have a map?
I agree.
We're-
It doesn't really matter. It's like you could say
Come
north,
on.
south, south, north. We're gonna go
Up.
west, south. Yeah, up, down.
The map says it's,
It's
south north of here.
southeast.
Yeah,
Right? It's southeast. Am I correct?
I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
You promise
in
that
your
you're
hair.
not
Put this in
just.
your hair. Put this in
Yeah,
your
I'm
hair.
totally not gonna buy 2,000 spoons in me right now.
About 1,000 spoons.
Oh yeah, you bought 1,000 spoons and 1,000 forks. So are you? Is it?
I mean, you
That sounds like a
you s-
documentary.
You say that's a lot, but
That's
really,
so fucking many. It's 1,000 days worth of spoons.
Oh, you ruined it.
Why do we need
I
1,000
can
days
only
worth
imagine
of
the box
spoons?
only being like
Yeah, it's
about
only
as big
that
as
size,
this.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a mood
We
ring.
don't have room for all this
Oh,
because you buy everything
That's a
in
bad
bulk.
mood.
Let's see. Let's see.
That's a bad mood.
Yes,
We
babe.
have crates of Monster and Soylent
What's your
and
name?
coffee
Oh.
and
Ow, ow, ow.
And in
And when have you
Cereal.
ever?
We
When
have-
have you ever wanted for any of those
Exactly.
things?
never because I don't want any of those things.
And when Trump's America falls apart, you're gonna be happy he has these rations.
Yeah, because we need 2,000 pieces of cutlery. to
I've become a
survive.
prepper,
It's
okay?
not.
No, exactly.
You're gonna need those to dig.
We have to buy 20 rolls of not toilet paper, paper towels, and we've only gone through like 5 of them.
It's perfect. We never have to go to
That's
Sam's.
perfect. I would love
See,
that.
listen, I argue about this too. Why wouldn't you just buy tons of paper towels and toilet paper? It never goes bad.
Exactly.
And you have to go get it less.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
That's
on
a
board.
good
But
I'm
you
on
have
board
to
with that.
store it. Where did the fuck?
We
It's
got
just sitting in
shit
our
ton
dining room because we
of
have nowhere to
toilet
put
paper
it.
at one time, like a 6 months worth. But we stored all in the garage, so
We don't have anywhere to put it.
We could if I never built that shelf.
Yeah.
I would love to get into like the whatever
Couponing?
couponing. Yeah, I get all
I
that
hate
shit.
having just tons and tons of shit everywhere, and it's just everything we buy tons of it. It's just everywhere. It's horrible.
toilet paper and stuff.
Hate it.
Totally justifiable.
The only thing we should be buying in bulk is Lunchables.
Totally justifiable.
Yeah, Jess, I want you to get something practical.
Keyboards?
Like Lunchables,
Like
God.
200 Lunchables.
or keyboards. Yeah.
That I can do.
Cody
Start
makes
buying
it
your
up
keyboards
first.
in bulk.
Dang,
What's wrong
you
with
took
you?
my credit.
Oh no, Jesse made it.
Thanks.
I was confused about it. I don't remember saying it, but I was like,
I guess
funny.
I did. I'm a funny
Like that
guy.
old man complimenting me
I'm
last
a
night.
fun guy.
On my good band performance.
Hey man, took my credit.
I still can't believe you spent $40 on spoons and forks.
That's $40 less we're gonna have to spend over the next year.
Yeah, that's.
If we go through 2,000 spoons and forks,
I mean, you gotta
and the
add a
next
penny to
year
every
we have
40,
a problem.
or every 1,000.
Why would we use that
Yeah, that would
many?
be
So,
like using
I mean, that's
several
like-
per day.
$1,000.
That's
right?
not too crazy, really.
Yeah.
It's like $10.
If you use 2 a day, it's 5. Well, no, but there's 2 of you, so you use 4 a day.
So use a calculator, dude. Don't burn
It's
out.
okay. It's all right. Let's go. We're heading the way.
4 a day out of 2,000 is 500 days.
Yep.
So that's a little under 2 years.
Nah, you'll go
It's a
quicker
lot.
than that.
No,
Yeah, you go
way.
through spoons way quicker
You'll
than
drop
anybody
one.
else ever.
Right. So that's about a year worth.
Because you get a different spoon for each and everything
Hopefully.
you eat.
I mean, if
Hopefully
you're
it'll be
eating
better.
one meal, you would use a different for the
No.
mashed potatoes.
No,
different
but like
for
if I
corn.
if
Get
I
up
go
and
have
get
a
some
meal,
applesauce and then go get some pudding.
That
We
makes
got so
sense.
many,
I
I don't know what to do with it.
Then go get some cereal.
Gotta tape
And
me
then go
to
get
fingers.
some cake. He has to have a spoon.
when I have 1,000, I might.
You might. Doesn't matter. Spoon mail.
Spine of the World Mountains, we're there. We appear
Rip
there.
the spine out of the mountain. That's what we gotta do.
Stop bitching about
We look
spoons
at the
and
map
forks.
when we get there.
We don't look at the
Close our
map when
eyes,
we
we
get
think
there.
hard
It's
about
a
it.
good. That's the
No,
worst
we look at
plan.
it.
But you didn't
And
get
we
1,000 knives,
You
though.
said
'cause-
we look
Yeah,
at the
nobody
map
ever
after we
uses
get there.
We have so
Are we
many
in the right
knives
spot?
sitting around.
No, we went the wrong way.
All right, so you guys go west, east, north.
Oh, get
West, east, north.
West, east, north.
Really start off fast, just pounding it in. Slow down.
God, that's had
Oh,
pages
God.
all over it.
Oh god, that one dug in. Sorry, bro. Ooh, one of these is
It
sharp.
went inside my
Careful.
scalp.
Yep, went right
Like
in.
this.
Went right in Jesse.
It
Yep.
got right in between my skin and my scalp.
Yep.
Your skin out.
Yep. Just peeled the skin right up.
All right. So you guys begin heading
That's
east on
just
the east
skull.
way.
Please.
I bet the stream wonders why we only get about 5 minutes of D&D done every time we play.
They don't wonder.
Well, I mean,
Unless you're
It's pretty
stupid.
obvious.
so
Do you wonder?
they know.
Stimulate that scalp.
So
Ooh. Look at that other
His eyes are
person
rolling
smell
back.
in my on my head scratcher.
man, that thing has had so much POAS
Yeah.
all over it.
I stick it right in there. I boop.
Like you know, that bit that went in Jesse's scalp. That's the bit that goes in Poe's asshole.
That's why it's
Oh,
sharpened.
because
So you-
not.
Jesse's sick now.
Post got pencil sharpener ass.
Yep.
No.
That's that,
I just got a good.
that's
grip.
why it sprays shards
No.
out.
What?
I'm getting post shit fever now.
So
How far of a trek is this to the spine?
it's a while.
Okay, let's go then.
Couple days.
In the current weather conditions, assuming you're going to walk at normal pace, you'll move at about 1/4 speed. So it's going to take you about 2 weeks.
Well, that's not bad.
To get to East Haven, which is about halfway there.
That's a pretty long ways when you're dealing with the weather
Oh,
that we
let's
have.
go. Let's go.
Is there any way
Or
we get, like,
just sit around
A
and bitch?
yak and a caravan.
Yeah, there are any
You
animals that
could try.
I don't think it would work well in the snow though. We're just gonna lose it.
No, yaks love the snow.
But I mean, taking a caravan through sounds like hell.
Man, I just.
No, caravan, but we should see if there are any animals that are
looking for it.
Get,
hardy enough
get
to
a caravan with a buffalo.
So what's the plan? You're gonna try to go look for some kind of animal, or are you just gonna walk?
Let's walk.
I mean, I guess we're just gonna walk, but when everyone's feet rot off because of the fucking frigid
let's-
cold.
I am gonna go. Is there a stable?
Yes. You pass by on the way in town.
Would I know, like, after living in the mountains, if
I've
animals
got
would
the
be able
ice
to move better
rod.
than we would?
Enjoy
You
it.
know that they would very much so be able to move better than you.
Alright, I'm gonna go to a stable.
Oh.
Buffalo
So
stable?
G goes to a stable.
I just walk. I just look at you guys and go stable and just start walking.
You know that word?
Do I?
I'm gonna go drinking an inn.
Naval.
I'm ready to set out.
Nope. I just start walking.
Naval.
I guess I'll say to you stable and celestial and just start walking.
Even though
I know
you can
where
speak
she's
the tongue,
going.
you're still going to be just stable. Stable.
Okay, I'm going to the stable.
Okay.
This is why everyone thinks she's retarded.
We go to the stable.
She's not
I go
stable.
She goes to the stable.
I go to the
I
stable.
follow Aurelia.
Really?
I'm
Goes
going
to the
into a
inn.
tavern and we're
Okay,
gonna
you
get
follow
some-
Aurelia into the ground.
Okay, Aurelia, no, Alicia.
What's your name now? Oh
Alicia.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Alright, I'm at the stable.
going
Get some
Alicia
drinks.
Keys.
So you go to the stable.
I'm gonna keep some eye on
Going
her.
to the stables, gonna eat a lot of ponies.
Aw.
Alright, so you walk into the stable, and for the most part, it's kind of empty actually. There's a bunch of stalls, as though this stable is probably popular at some point in time, but not right now. Interestingly enough, however, they do appear to have yaks.
Yaks! Can we ride yaks?
You have no idea.
Alright.
Actually,
Before
you
I go
might
in,
know.
I'm gonna cast tongues on myself.
Say yakety yak. Don't slap back.
Alright, I cast tongues on
Then she
myself so I can
kills a
actually
yak.
talk to the shop owner.
Just to show
Job's
him who's
dead.
boss.
Okay, so you actually know that, and nobody else would know this. Riding a yak requires some finesse, requires a little bit of training, and requires a very docile, broken yak.
Okay, I
Would I have been
definitely
able to
not
do?
have
Have I done this before in the past?
You probably have, but there's no guarantee you're any good at it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go in.
Alright, so you walk in, and there's a very pale young man. He's probably in his mid-teens. Just kind of scooping up yak shit with a giant shovel. You guys walk in, and he says,
Just me.
"Ah,
I'm the only
hello."
one who went.
He followed you, I
That's
think.
me.
Oh, you followed. Okay. So you walk in, and he says, "Ah, hello."
Hello.
He drops the shovel. He lands it in some yak shit, and he walks up. He smells of stable.
What's wrong with this dude? He's just shoveling away.
He drops
and,
it in it.
and you say hello, and he says hello. Just drops it right into a
I
pile.
agree.
Handle
Just
first.
just completely forgets where he is and what he's doing, and walks over to say hi.
Hello.
Okay, it wasn't quite that bad.
I don't trust him. Obviously,
It isn't like he literally just slammed it into the yak shit when he dropped it.
No, he just said
He tossed it aside a little bit,
He
and it ended
threw
up in some
he
yak
threw
shit.
it over his shoulder like I didn't want to shovel anyway. I'm going to talk to these people. This is obviously a demon or a greed trap.
God, no.
Alright.
All right, so
Maybe
he
both.
approaches. He says, "What can I do for you?"
Are yaks the only animals you have available right now?
No, we got a couple of horses too. They're not here right now. They're going for feed, but
You only
Yeah.
have a couple.
only a couple. We've only got a couple yaks too. But
Are your yaks suitable for riding?
Well, of course.
Are they docile enough?
of course, sure if you can ride them.
How hard would you say it would be to learn for somebody who had never done it before?
Have you ridden a horse before?
Yes.
Okay, forget everything.
I've ridden yaks before. My friends haven't.
Oh, have you ridden a horse before?
They're not.
He says out to
He's here.
nobody.
They're not with
Well,
me.
His
Hi.
character's there.
Oh.
I say I have ridden horse.
Okay, forget everything you know about riding a horse.
I'm not riding a yak.
Then who's riding the yaks?
I'll ride a yak.
Well, you know how to ride a yak.
Why are you gonna go? You'll just be going ahead of us.
Or we can just
Unless you
get a
just
caravan
wanna
that
go
we
there.
can.
Well, no.
She can drive
There's
them.
horses and yaks. Would you have 5 in total?
No. I got 2 horses and 2 yaks.
Could a yak hold a normal-sized person and a not normal-sized person? Like a small person?
Oh, a yak could carry 3 people if you could fit it on there.
And you just need 1 to drive it?
You don't drive a yak.
Oh. Okay. Well, how much would you charge
For the yaks?
for a couple of yaks? And
Well-
maybe a horse.
Each yak is going to cost you about 300 gold pieces
To rent or to buy?
to buy. We don't rent.
Okay.
And each horse will cost you about 200 gold pieces. These are very well built, ready for war type horses. They will make it through the snow.
I'm screaming at
Especially
Well,
if
the
you
yaks or the horses make it better.
I'm screaming, girl.
you said you've done this before.
Yeah.
The yaks, of course.
Do I have many horses over where I'm from? I'll say I'm not as accustomed with horses as I am with yaks.
Oh, I see. Well, you see, horses tend to freeze to death. Unless you can keep them warm.
Many blankets?
Wait, were you serious?
Of course not.
Oh, good.
A bunch of dead yaks.
Would you like to buy them?
I'll turn to you and say, what do you think?
300 gold.
Per yak.
How many
But they can carry like.
platinum would that be?
30.
30 gold?
You have
30 platinum.
30 platinum.
30 people?
Each?
And they're well
2 or
broken.
3. I mean,
Per
we all
yak,
clean on
yes.
real hard with the hair.
How broken are these war yaks?
The brokenest.
Well, there's only so docile you can get a yak.
Yeah.
Basically, it'll accept you on its back without trying to murder you. And maybe if you're lucky, it'll take suggestions on which direction you should go. Which is about as docile as you can get a yak. One time, I had a yak. Name was Nessie. Nessie was her name. I rode Nessie all the way to the peak of Kelvin's Cairn.
Did you mean
Oh,
to
I'm
go
not
to the
there.
peak
I'm
of
not
Kelvin's
there.
Cave?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But I got there.
Oh, hey, they know how to get there then. They can take us so we can do that thing.
So they don't take suggestions, Will.
Well, you know, it just takes a certain finesse.
Finish.
If only we had a druid.
You have a blind one.
What?
A blind yak.
Whoops.
No. Don't think we'd be
Don't
able to
make
sell a
me-
blind yak.
What have you
Get a
done?
discount.
Where?
I don't know. I just heard you say.
It's easier
I
to
did.
guide a
I'm not
blinded
sure
yak.
why. I said something and I said,
What?
whoops.
It's easier to guide a blinded yak.
Well, true that may be.
What's
I
happening?
think Austin shelled for you.
He what?
Did you
He
hear
shelled
Austin
for
yell?
you.
I thought I heard Austin yell.
No.
Oh.
You guys are tricking me.
I
Again.
thought I heard him.
You just like to see me run around the house.
We love to see you run around the house.
Look at her, she's running again.
Guys, you ready for D&D
Hey,
this
we
week?
got her running.
You won't be careful about those. That's how I got those mouth
I
blisters.
know.
When I
I
touched
don't
it,
wanna
it
hear
squirted
about
into
that.
my
Stop
throat.
It. God damn it. Why are you being such
I
a sick
touched it and it went.
person
It
right
made
now?
like a.
Burned a bunch of holes.
No,
It made
I'm
like
done.
an actual pop noise.
I
It
don't
went.
want to hear this. You're grossing me
I
out
felt
so
it
much.
hit me right in the uvula.
Ooh.
Popped like a well cooked.
Okay, anything
The
but
blister
this talk.
or
The
the
blister.
pizza
No,
roll?
anything but
blister.
this. Anything but this.
Oh,
No, what's
It was
happening?
weird.
Is she,
Oh.
Did she buy a yak? Are we yak?
Also,
yakking?
oh.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
ask
advise
him.
it.
No.
I'm not sure how.
I'm not into the yak.
Well, I'm not sure how the rest of the party will handle a yak. Could we
I'm
possibly
sure she'll
not
drive a
take them
yak.
for a test ride or anything, but just see if they could even handle being on the yak?
Well, sure, hop on.
I'll have to go get them
I'm talking about cognac.
and ask what they think about
They got any cognacs?
this yak
All right.
situation.
Sure, of course.
We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, I go find you guys. And I say, hey,
I'm at the tavern. Are you coming to find
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, we're going to
would you like to ride some yaks?
Okay.
They're very hardy and they'll make it through the snow, but
600
they
gold.
might not want to go the direction we want them to go all the time.
I'll go if all the parties
That's
getting
for 2
together.
yaks.
But they'll be fast.
I'll go.
They'll be faster than we are. Aren't they faster than we are?
I'm not gonna do
Probably in
that.
a snow.
And we can sleep
We
in
can
it.
fit
Lister.
about 3 of us onto.
Squirt you right in the throat.
Oh, God, I can
So-
just imagine it.
Oh.
No,
It's so
stop.
weird.
God,
Okay,
it's
what?
just like,
Just like popping,
I'll tell them the
popping a
prices and
pizza
say
roll in your
that
mouth.
3 of us
Oh,
could
those
split
play
a yak,
legs.
and then whoever is too
I had
pussy
one
for
the
the
other day. It was
yak
fine. It was
can buy
perfect.
their own horses.
God.
Well, the horses
I'm
can't make
sorry,
it.
Not
Yeah, they
really.
can make it.
You're like-
we just
I
have to
thought
be
so.
more
Like
careful
a
with
dowsing
them.
rod to
'Cause
find hard eggs.
Let's all go. We're all going.
I'm gonna ask if you guys
What?
like
We're
3
gonna
people
speed
who
this
want to
up.
split the
Huh?
yak can,
I don't know. I'm 3 for 3. The last 3 that I bought.
and then the 2 people who are too good for the
Squirt,
yak
rock.
can
Mhm.
buy their own horses.
It's not that I'm too good for
Like,
the yak. It's that I'm
Not
not gonna
only
have any
hard,
chance of riding
but like
it,
a
so.
leathery hard.
I'll ride like the
You can
front
sit
and
on
like
my
try to
shoulders and
control
I'll
it as
ride
much
the
as I
yak.
No,
can.
I don't
They
think-
have some give.
Or
But
sit on
whenever I
his
bite
lap.
them, they'll go.
Let's all go in there and all test it. See who's best
snap.
yakking.
Yeah, we'll see who's best at yakking.
Can we set up an obstacle course? It'll only take a day.
sort of has one set up.
Alright.
Kind
We're
of.
gonna go in there. We're gonna be like,
It's called the
so we need to
building.
see which
Yeah.
of us is going to be the best at
It's
yakking.
almost start. Oh no.
This is
Well, I get a
this
bonus
is like
since
us
I've done it
trying
before.
Trying to get a Ponya in
You'll
time,
not
you
get
gotta-
disadvantage.
Okay, will they get
You
disadvantage?
gotta do the race.
Oh, there it went.
What happened?
Bro!
No!
Oh
Everything is so
What
wet.
happened?
missed
right
your
What
phone, though.
happened?
It really
No,
did.
No, it
until
went
you
around
lifted
the
that
phone.
paper
I have no
up.
idea what happened.
But your character sheet is gone.
Oh, all your
I'm not a part of
drawings.
this. I'm not a part of
Oh, my pockets!
It's a proper character sheet now.
this. Oh,
It would be.
Just have to let it dry out.
Weather.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
At least it's tea.
It'll look classic.
Look at that. Look at how quickly I evaded. It hit me there, there, and there.
Just piddled a little bit.
Should have had evasion casted.
We gotta get you one of those.
Should've got
What's
that
evasion
should've got
do?
that.
That's it. You're getting the criddle
Is that an
shot.
old spell? Is that like a 3.5 spell? I haven't heard evasion in years.
That's a feat.
Yeah.
Don't use Aiden
Well, that's
for
why.
that. Give me that back.
I was
Oh
trying
yeah.
them
Okay,
off.
I see.
Everything is going to be so sticky.
How sweet is that tea?
Pretty sweet.
Oh, good.
He added extra sugar to it.
It's basically a simple syrup that he's just
It's
poured
a-
on everything.
It's tea flavored simple syrup.
It's just a little extra syrup.
Are we trying out
Aiden.
yaks in the meantime?
Aiden is going to be so sticky.
No. Aiden stays sticky.
Aiden's perma sticky.
Alright, so who's going to ride the yak first?
I am.
Alright.
I
Oh,
figured
ye
she would.
yacker.
So,
Yeah, I can
You're the
ride.
person who didn't want to ride a yak.
I mean, I'm gonna try it. See
So,
what skill it
Alicia,
takes. That's
you
like
go
I'm
to
old.
ride a yak.
Uh-huh.
He says, the kid says, this yak, her name is Bessie.
Nice.
Now, Bessie's a little temperamental. And in fact, Bessie hates women.
Ah. Perhaps
So,
I should ride one other than Bessie then.
oh, but the only other one is Yessie, and Yessie hates everybody.
Yes. Oh,
So,
better Bessie than Yessie, I suppose.
Alright. You moved the thing.
How did you
Told
guys
you.
not know this?
Told you.
It was moved last D&D.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? No, I
It
don't
was
think it
moved.
was.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
think
It was
it was.
moved on
Now you got a
January
weird
1st.
plant with a weird light on it.
Because that
Spotlight.
was there at the New Year's Eve party.
No.
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. You weren't here New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
But we
that's
had
right, I
all the
wasn't.
lights going, and it was all set up like that on New Year's Eve. It's been like that since for like a month nearly now.
Alright, sorry. Bessie and Yessie.
All right, I hop on
Bessie
Bessie.
hates
I mean, I'm
women,
waiting
Yessie
for him
hates
to tell me
everyone.
Yeah.
how.
he says,
For 300 gold, can't we buy a yak that likes someone?
Nice, yeah.
How many people could fit on a horse?
one.
We couldn't fit like one person and a half person.
Dang it, Jesse. That's still,
You could try.
That's still wet down there. That's sticky with tea.
He says, so, here's the thing about old Bessie.
Yeah.
Bessie, when you go to ride Bessie, you need to make sure to hold on as tight as you can to the rein,
What about the
because
people who aren't at the front? What about the people who aren't at the front? If we have multiple
They don't
people
have
on the
to hold on
yak.
to reins.
Oh, right. Those people.
I
So,
still got tea in my cup.
you see, in order to fit more than one person on a yak, what you typically do is you buy this sort of, well, I would almost call it like a wooden shelf that multiple people can sit in,
A people show.
right?
Aw, people shelf.
And-
That's adorable.
And basically, you strap this thing to the back of the yak,
People
and the
shelf.
yaks hate it. They hate this. But you can put 3 people on the back of a yak, and
If
it'll handle it.
Dang
If the person
it.
handling it handles
Jesse,
the yak well enough.
give me
Oh,
that-
it
give
is
me
so
one of
much
those.
harder.
There's still some here. Touch this all over the side of the leg. Well, not all of it.
There's gonna be ants for days.
Oh, there better not be.
There's ants.
They're
They're already
like
coming out. I
There's
can
already
see 'em.
ants.
They're like little white ants, little snow ants.
No.
Oh,
I think that's called termites.
That's so sick.
Yeah, the yaks hate those. I don't know what you even call them, but when you strap,
People shelves.
if you can strap one to the back of the yak, we give you half off.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready. What do
Okay.
I do?
All right, so here's what
We're
you're
gonna
gonna
see
do.
how well you handle it.
He,
Is it animal handling that you roll for it?
Hold on a second. He pops open the stall that has old Bessie in it, and Bessie looks to be one furry fucking yak.
Is she
Ready
one
for
thick
it.
bitch?
She is a thick bitch.
I'm ready for it.
Um,
Bring it on, girl.
The fur seems to drag the ground.
She's adorable.
It's got yak hair.
It's really like, it's almost like steel wool. It's so like dense and thick the fur is.
I think she's beautiful.
As soon as the door opens, and you notice for some reason he kind of stands back as he opens it, it snorts and blows a huge plug of snot all over you.
Oh, sick. Ew, it's all over you, not me.
He says, "Well, hop on."
I'm gonna look at Bessie with just hate in my eyes, and I'm gonna hop on and grab onto her so tight.
It actually looks back with hate in its eyes. So you go to hop on. First things first, roll a dex save.
Let's do it, girl. Dexterity. Whew, sheesh. That's gonna be a big fat 8, but I'm gonna re-roll it, and then it will make me immediately roll on the other table.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Going away.
Can we do an acrobatics check on this type of thing? Like getting onto it?
Or we
One
can.
15 is my new roll,
That
but I gotta
pencil's
do
in
my
the way.
table now.
I can't read my numbers anymore.
Alright, give me some wild magic.
Jessica's got plus 20 to everything.
Give me some wild
Hand me
magic
that.
dice.
Don't argue.
What are
This
you
one will
doing?
be,
Give me the
green
weird.
one's the first one.
The thing.
15.
Let me see if
That's
I
not
can
good.
like throw it like a throwing knife. And
For the
stab
I
it
don't
next
wanna
right
be
to
the
your
big
head.
eye.
I regain 5 HP at the start of each turn. Well, so Bessie hurts me.
Okay.
I want to see
There we
how this one fits on your head.
No, it'll fucking break it.
Well,
You added them right
It'll
to
be
your
okay.
I
pile.
did.
Brock!
it has been
It's
a
gonna
while.
break it!
No.
It's gonna break
Don't
it!
break it.
It won't
Austin
break
likes
it.
it a lot, but it might
won't
because he
break.
said that his head broke other ones.
But this
Also,
one
my
seems
head
way
smells
more
like an
solid.
armpit.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
already been on
armpit
Cody's.
smell. Yep.
I don't want
I
everybody's
just wanna
head
see. Come on,
stink.
Come on.
It's got
It'll just
posting.
spread the stink. I'll have multiple stink. Get the damn thing away from me. Hey, stop. Stop.
Moving the canvas.
Whoa.
That was loud. Sorry. Alright, so I'm hopping up on Bessie.
So, what'd you get on your second roll?
15 or 15.
15? So you fumbled at first, but managed to use some arcane power to gain better footing.
Oh, yeah, read back.
Bessie still throws your ass against the side of the stall. And then charges you.
Oh, Bessie.
What's your AC?
13.
13? So it misses. You manage to avoid, and I assume you shuffle out of the stall.
I'm
That's
gonna
part of the
shoot it. I'm gonna
evasion.
Put it down.
It doesn't chase you out of the stall. It kind of looks satisfied. It huffs as you leave the stall. The kid says, you probably want to try again. That just kind of happens sometimes. Also, I'd wipe the snot off. It gets a little caustic after a while.
I'll try
I
it.
angrily wipe the snot from me, and I'm done with Bessie. Real quick though, what's the? Are you using an app? Someone wants to know, like a DM app or
On
something
your
on the
laptop.
laptop, like to help you with DMing.
They want to know what app you're using.
Is
It's
it-
dm.net.
Is there an app? Seriously?
I'm actually writing an app. I'll let you know.
How many lines is it? Did you get that? What's your K-lock?
Alright, so I'm gonna try
Okay.
to ride old Bessie.
So you go,
Mhm.
and you
I stand
attempt.
out of the way so that she doesn't snot.
Well, you're not sure she gets snot again anyway.
Can I think of any weird things that would help me ride this yak better?
No.
Any odd little tips I could do?
Not
Can I
really.
do like a knowledge?
Did you do something to cause this to happen?
No, I just watched
Like
the
a
quality
knowledge
slowly
nature or
degrade,
something?
degrade, went offline.
Or like an insight or something?
What now? Roll.
Just an intelligence? Probably be knowledge nature, right? Or an animal
Yeah.
handling?
Do an animal handling.
14.
Okay. So you attempt to do what? Like,
I
what do
was
you?
trying to figure out if there's any little tips I know about yak handling.
So you kind of think.
Oh no! Brandon just broke that thing.
Shut up.
What thing?
Cody dropped this and he shattered it.
It didn't shatter. Just in case, though, I'll put it here.
You think carefully about what you could do to subdue the yak. Unfortunately, you're not sure there's much you can do other than
Is that it? Is that all
just
it does?
exert force, and not like actual physical force, but like a exuberant
Commanding
confidence.
force?
Yeah.
I'm going to be as confident
It's back.
as possible. And I'm going to try to acrobatics over this yak.
Roll it.
As well as like
Oof, not today.
16.
16.
Yeah.
It shuffles out of the way, and you miss and fall beneath it, landing in yak shit.
I'll brush myself off and try again.
Okay.
More confidently. 21.
21. So this time it seems to kind of doze off or something because you're able to hop on.
Mhm.
However, when you hop on,
Shouldn't have to roll anything to hop onto it.
yeah, she failed. It threw her to the side when she tried.
I'm firmly on this yak.
All right, so you hop on
I'm
the
gonna try to
yak.
Take command of this yak.
Now this yak wants you the fuck off.
Does not
So-
like it.
Athletics or acrobatics?
You gotta break it.
Acrobatics.
Roll it.
This yak hates females.
You gotta put a spur into its side.
26.
Get along with it, doggy.
It slams and bucks at you and sways and rocks and
I always imagine the axe
spins
really
and
chill.
does everything it can to reject you. But you stay
I
strong.
make this face.
They're just so chill. That's what I expect.
Yeah, I kind of would think that they would be chilly AF about
Probably
it.
not if you try to get on them.
I mean,
Well,
you think that
yeah.
dude had a hard time getting on? I don't think so. Seems.
All right.
Why are these yaks so hard to ride then?
You
Mountain yaks.
are on the yak.
God, that was
It
a little
snots. Tries. It can't really get its head up at you to snot at you, so it sort of snots on the
Oh,
ground.
wow, that's weird.
No, it wants to
Can I
get
try
stuff
an animal
in
handling and
stuff.
make
I
it
know,
feel
but
more
I mean,
okay with me being on?
After.
Okay. It's gonna be a big 12.
You don't think you did much to help,
But I didn't do anything to hurt.
but you're on the yak, and the kid says, "Oh wow, you're the first person I've seen do that successfully in about 6 months."
But each time we do this, we're gonna have to make the same
I'm
rolls.
yak AF
No, not
right
whenever
now.
you break them, then they trust us and.
Is that true,
accept
or
us.
is it
Well,
gonna
the
be
thing is, we
each
have to
time
get it
we
used
hop on
to the people shelf being on it first.
Oh.
They've got to learn their place.
So I'm gonna say, strap that people shelf on.
Well, first, will you be buying old Bessie?
If she will handle the people shelf, then yes.
And the people.
And the people on the people shelf.
We
All
want,
right.
We want a refund policy in case we don't like it.
He
Back.
he runs to the back, and he comes back dragging.
The thing is, we need to make sure that the other two people are going to be buying those horses. Because we don't need a yak if the other two people are not going to be buying horses.
Do we know if the horses will survive these kind of weather conditions?
If you can keep them very well cared for.
I can make them.
We don't take care of
I can
anything.
feed 5 horses.
You can
a
feed
day.
them, but we have to put them in blankets and stuff.
They love steel.
I'm gonna ask, how do you keep a horse thoroughly warm since they're more fragile? What do you do?
Well, the bad thing about horses and this kind of weather is there's not much you can do really to keep them warm. Obviously, you can do full fur barding just to keep them as warm as you can, but they don't tend to like that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's really weird. Horses are stupid creatures. I much prefer yaks, but for whatever reason,
They seem pretty stupid.
if you put so many furs on them, they overheat. But then you take the furs off, and they freeze to death. Stupid. We should be eating these creatures rather than riding them.
I agree.
Whoa.
But
Are you jerking off your dinghy over there?
typically, you have to take breaks to let it cool down. And if you can put it in a nice, warm place to dry out, it'll probably survive, unless it freezes to death.
Where are warm places here? I know. But where do you let them dry off?
That's why we don't sell many horses.
We guys just buy a goddamn yak and ride it.
No, I mean I really don't think I'm gonna be able to ride the yak.
One other person needs to be able to tame
The
this
one
yak.
that
Who
likes
has good dexterity?
that likes
It
men.
needs to be a person with dex. Well, then
I'm
you
gonna
hop
try to
on
ride
it.
it. Which one? Bessie?
She's already on that one.
Oh,
Hop
she's
on
already
on
on
Yessie.
Bessie.
Yessie on Yessie. It's perfect.
There you go.
Does Yessie hate
Is
women
Yessie
as much
from
as
Jupiter?
Bessie hates women?
I told this dude that I didn't want to ride a yak.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, he hates everybody equally.
As much as Bessie hates women?
I spit
So-
on my hands.
I'm gonna try to
If
hop
he
on
were to try to
Yessie.
ride Bessie, it would go over better than
I'm
me
hopping
trying
on
to ride
Yessie
Bessie
right now.
Possibly.
I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna get off of Bessie.
I'm already hopping on her. Him,
Yeah,
her.
you just said that you were
Yessie.
getting on
Yes.
I'm
Yessie.
hopping
Yessie.
right on it.
So you walk over to the stall where Yessie lives,
Yep.
and he says, let me introduce you to Yessie." So he
Give it the mean look.
Which one's more of a thick
We
bitch?
have to keep a wooden spoon in its mouth so it doesn't bite people.
he pulls the
Make
door
sure you stand
aside.
back. Don't get snot on you.
Did you stand back? Did you
No.
think to stand back, or were you in too much of a hurry?
He's like Titanic.
He's in too much of a hurry, I think, by how furiously he said it.
I don't know that I would stand right in front of the door if he said this crazed yak. He was about to open the gate to this crazed yak.
No,
He didn't say it was crazed.
He said
But
it
you
doesn't
saw
like
it.
anyone,
The other
though.
one snot all over her.
No, but he forgot. He ran.
I just-
Would you have stood to the side?
I
He
would
is.
have stood to the side, not because of the snot, but because I didn't want to get rammed by this yak just running out.
Alright. So he pulls the door open. It doesn't snot.
Oh, but if you would have said you stood there, it
Does it
would have.
charge?
No.
That's good.
He pulls the door open. So Yessie is gray, just all gray. Just it's like a cloud
I like
of
Yessie.
fur with a yak head sticking out of it,
Oh, it's adorable.
I'm gonna ride this cloud.
and it makes a noise as the gate opens. I mean, just whatever yak noise is, but a little sadder. And
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a tablespoon of butter,
okay,
Please don't feed this yak butter.
and I'm gonna get a tablespoon of salt, and I'm gonna smash them together into a ball.
Why would you do that?
okay.
That's 3 gold worth of salt
And
you
I'm
just
gonna
rubbed
use-
into that butter.
And I'm gonna use. Is there snow around?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna use some snow to keep it cold, so it forms like a hard ball.
Okay, so you have a nice
Make that
salty,
hard ball.
salty, buttery snowball.
It sounds kind of delicious.
Ew. A tablespoon of salt.
If there's some sugar too, I think
Tim
it'd
made
be
those
delicious.
Ew.
If there's sugar,
I'm gonna,
I'd
before he
like
does this, I'm gonna be like, is it safe to give this yak salt? Or butter?
Bovine and stuff love salt licks.
Yeah, they do love salt.
Yeah,
licks, and
but
that's
do they
why I'm
need
doing
butter?
this.
There's science.
I'm sure it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter. I don't
Cody's
know what
introduced
it would.
science.
And I'm gonna.
Can she have
I'm-
butter?
I'm
He
going
shrugs.
I'm going to feed it this.
So, this snowy, buttery salt ball.
I'll wipe all the snow off of it.
Brooke looked, she was like,
Oh, no.
I wish I had that salt ball.
I don't want that salt ball.
I want that
I
salt
don't
ball.
want your salt ball. Feed it to the damn yak.
You're getting the salt ball!
Feed this
God,
to the
drink all
damn
that tea
yak.
and pee so bad.
you spilled it all!
You did not drink it all. It's all on my leg and the floor.
Now I want to see if you can make a salt ball.
Oh.
Poe, is it all over Poe?
Alright, so you hand over the salt ball to the yak. And it just sticks out its disgusting tongue. And just...
Yaks are adorable. Why are you trying to portray this yak as so disgusting? Yaks are adorable.
This one's adorable.
Up close, they're probably pretty gross.
So while it's eating it, I'm going to pet its head.
So it kind of mulls over the salt butter.
They're pretty cute.
It blows a snot plug. I just realized you're right. I am making it sound absolutely disgusting.
Yaks are really not that gross. Why are you being so mean to this yak?
I'm gonna look up gross yaks.
Gross yaks.
Okay, so it kind of blows
Make
out a
them
snot
seem
plug.
mean and disgusting. And they're not mean or disgusting.
These are mean. The altitude has messed up their brains.
But it does seem to enjoy the strange thing you have given it.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of
This little
lets
baby
out a
got
steamy
car ride.
sigh.
Sick.
Is that
Can
a
I try to
yak?
climb on it
That's a baby
now?
one.
Do you?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
doesn't look like a yak.
You
They're
mount the
basically
yak.
cows.
But that one looks like a
I'm
wolf.
mounted.
What?
Oh,
Does
I
it,
thought
does
that
it
was
seem
part of
opposed
the
to
body
me
for
mounting
some
it?
reason.
A little.
Laying on it.
Legs.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to enjoy it, but it doesn't try to knock you off either.
I'm going to tell everyone that this yak loves me.
The kid says, will you be buying the yak?
Get on it.
I'm already on
I guess if we have multiple people who can drive
Well,
these
no,
yaks.
we have to see if.
Yeah, we have to see if they'll take
You
the picture
cannot. You
shelves.
can't say that we can drive these yaks.
Alright, I will go try to. I'm
I'm
gonna
drive this
do the
yak,
same
you
thing
drive
that he
this
did.
yak.
I'm gonna do the same thing he did. Make a
I'm
little
trying
butter
to-
bowl.
Oh, one
Butter
second.
bowl.
So
I can-
he's dragging the heavy ass. I mean, it's literally like
The yak's
shelf.
not gonna like this at all. This
it
shelf.
looks to be really heavy. It's ever so slightly bowed in the middle, so as to contour to the back of the yak, which also makes it seem like it would
Yeah.
hurt your ass a lot.
I'm not the one riding the shelf.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Why? Why will I have to?
Well, so the yak is not long enough to fit 3 people, which means that this strange wooden apparatus you're about to
I
strap
have to
to the
sit
back,
on top of it.
you'll have it's longer than the yak.
So if you're
Oh
driving
no!
it,
Now
you'd
we're
be
gonna
the
have to get a
first place
goat with a sign on the front of it.
Anyhow, let's just see if we can even get the yaks
Yeah.
to
Or
behave when
a
this
portable
is on.
ram.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Quincy, stop!
Get it.
I'm gonna beat your
Quincy,
cat.
I'm gonna kick you in half.
So while he's trying to put that thing on the yak, I'm gonna start
Actually,
making
he
a
said
salt
he's
bowl.
gonna have you do it.
I'm making a salt bowl.
He's gonna have you do it.
Okay.
He says. He drags it up and says, "All right, here you go. Like I said, if you can get it on there, you get half off."
I'm gonna say, can you make me another salt bowl while I try to get this on here?
Oh, that's expensive. I can't.
I'll give you some of my salt.
Okay.
Make it out of my salt.
And my butter.
And we will sup.
One
this night on your
tablespoon.
salt and your butter.
This yak is gonna sup on your
Started
butter.
off with 200 tablespoons of butter, and now I only have 55 left.
Wow.
Oh, dang it, no.
So I begin trying to strap this onto the yak.
Okay.
And I begin crafting another butterball masterpiece.
But make sure you let me feed it to the yak.
and I
because
feed
they're-
it to the yak.
Don't feed it to the
They
yak.
all
because
love me now. No, I don't.
You can't ride both of them.
You can try.
So I keep trying to.
I don't like this.
Will you,
I'm trying to
you
strap the
get
thing
all those
onto the
little
yak.
black worms
All right.
from rubbing your hands together.
So, You drag this heavy ass wooden seat up to the yak, and immediately it starts to freak out. Like it starts like.
I'm just gonna manhandle it.
Okay. Roll acrobatics or athletics.
Manhandle Bessie. And you manhandle Yessie.
Okay, I've got a butterball prepared. I pack it in some snow so it keeps until she's ready to use it.
Okay.
I fail the first one. I roll a 1.
You roll
It'd be a
a
10.
like a
It'd
natural
be a
one.
10,
But
yeah.
a natural one.
It's a natural one, but it would end up being 10.
No,
Okay.
It's just natural.
You rolled a
That's
one.
all
I
that
break
matters.
it.
Yeah.
I break
The
it.
fact that you roll a 1.
I killed the yak.
It actually charges you, and you kind of like block it with the seat, and the seat just cracks in half.
Damn, we're gonna have to pay for this.
He says.
No, I mean it's his shitty yak that broke it. We're just testing it out.
He says.
Sorry, it was your yak that broke it. I mean, my hands are tied.
I mean, come on, dude. He hasn't even said anything yet,
He's
so.
better
I'm,
yak.
I'm just holding this snowpack
He says-
butterball. About to eat it myself.
Well, that'll be 90 gold pieces.
I hope Bessie has a 90 gold, because doesn't seem like yaks have a way to make income.
As you're bleeding.
As I'm bleeding and dying from being charged by
ask
a
for
yak.
90 gold for your hurt face.
Those are really hard to make.
God,
So was
we
this.
shouldn't have even come here. That's a good answer. We shouldn't even have come here.
We got one.
This is my money.
Will you pay for this broken thing?
If we can get on this yak.
Well, now it's no use. We needed the seat with the yak, and I don't see
Is
why
this
we
the only
should.
seat?
We were testing it out here in your facility, your yak, and your seat.
You
Do you have more
broke
seats?
my seat.
No, we
Do you-
most assuredly did not. The yak has done this.
Get out of my shop.
Make
Do
the
you have?
yak pay
Okay. Do
for
you
it.
have? More
Get out of my shop!
No, we can work this out.
Get
if you
out of
have
my
more
shop.
seats.
Of course I have more seats for you to break. I'm not going to let you if you're not going to pay for the other one.
If
Get out of my shop.
If you allow us to try the other seats, I will pay for the one that was broken.
Not sure I like your attitude. Bessie here might show you a thing or two about how to be nice.
I laugh at that.
Alright. If you'd like to give it another shot, 90 gold pieces.
I'm gonna look at everybody and see what they think.
I'm sure as shit not paying
I
90
will-
pieces
I'll
or
tell
80
him-
pieces for this.
I'm gonna.
That we will trade
Whoa.
God, Poe.
We will
Hey,
trade
you're alive, aren't you?
for another
She's a
seat.
nightmare.
We'll trade Alicia and 80 gold.
Stop. Do you have a nightmare, Poe?
89.
His nightmare was.
Sometimes he
Never
wakes
mind.
up screaming.
No, he didn't have a nightmare. He had a pulmonary embolism.
I was going to say, his nightmare was that he was still alive.
No. Sometimes he does wake up screaming like
was-
that, though.
He was going towards the. He was floating towards the
He
light.
just wakes up and realizes how uncomfortable he is by all that fat.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you're okay, aren't you? He's purring now. He's happy. He just had a bad dream.
Yeah, the
No, he wakes up, tries to look up his body, and goes, "What is this?"
Oh god.
Oh, you're perfectly fine. You just had a bad dream. You're okay. End it. Is that what he's saying?
Poe's last weekday.
Poe's last B-day.
Oh, that's sad.
It's not Poe's last B-day. It's not Poe's birthday.
Well, it will be soon.
No.
Might as well, I mean, Jesus. it's
You're
his
right, it
birthday.
won't.
Might as well let him take it's his birthday.
It's already come and gone.
Poe's perfectly fine and healthy.
Oh god.
Unlike
Okay.
Yessie and Bessie the Yaks.
So anyway, do you pay the 90 gold?
He has to let us try the things first.
Because we don't even know if these things are going to work.
He will, but he's making you pay for the other one first.
God dang it.
How many platinum would that be? 9?
9.
I give him 9 platinum.
He goes in the back and drags out another seat.
He's probably
He
got
says-
like fucking like 300 of them in the back.
He says, This is my second to last one.
It's like 3
So-
kids back there building them.
Don't
Like
break
kid
this one.
shells.
I will try.
Hey, test out the quality of things. Kind of like
I'm gonna
put a
lift
little-
it up and like,
It's really heavy.
is it sturdy?
How much are
though?
they?
And
90
then-
gold?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him 90 gold for the other one.
We already got this figured out, bro.
Yeah, we've already got. Don't.
No,
How
just
many do
let
you
him.
have?
He's
Stop.
offering up gold.
You only have one though, right?
Well, we need to see if they're even gonna go on them first.
Well, my yak is perfectly
Even if this
tame
one,
now.
the only reason we had to do the other one is because it broke.
Well, but we need 2, right?
But
I
we're
only
gonna
have
get. Are
one.
we gonna get these for free if we buy the yak? Like, do we get the shelves?
No, if you can get it on the yak, you get it for half off.
Okay.
The shelf or the yak?
I'll tell him I'll pay him for it if I
Oh,
For his last one?
Yeah.
Do that, baby.
Alright, I'm gonna try to put this on Bessie.
Let's do that first.
Okay.
All right.
First of all, can I have the butterball? And I'm gonna go try to give her the butterball first.
Have you taught your yak
50
any
gold.
tricks yet?
Teach it to roll.
You paid
high.
50 gold for the whole thing of butter.
Can we get?
I go give
Can we
Bessie
put a little
this
barrel on
butterball.
its neck, like a
I
little
can't
Saint
just eat for
Bernard?
free. What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you take the
A
butterball
barrel of steel cut oats, maybe.
and
I give it to her.
she chomps at your hand.
Okay. I show her I'm not scared of her.
Oh, did you
What's
build
your
I
your
AC?
have
fingers back?
confidence about it.
Did you build your fingers back? You gotta build your fingers back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I guess you
Okay.
didn't. You said, here's some butter.
No, I just had it in the palm of my hand like that. My AC is 14.
Did it like this.
Here, eat some butter.
That's how you hold a knife.
So am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to feed this to this yak?
Like that.
Okay, that's what I was doing. I was like,
It goes.
No.
I said I was doing this.
Yeah, that's
This
gonna get you bit.
Is
No, I
different from
showed
this.
You have to bend your fingers back. If you don't bend your fingers back, you get bit.
Then I do this.
You gotta
No,
curl
they-
your fingers around it.
They
like
just
a
take a bite
cage.
of like a slice of bread.
Here.
You
I
gotta
said, oh, you got
curl
me
your
some
fingers
butter.
around it like a cage. Make it a game for them.
You ever seen those teeth?
Alright.
It
Oh, Bessie, take
it
the butter.
slashes at your hand with its teeth, and you take like 1 damage.
But does she take the butter?
But yes.
Also, if she bites you, just shove your fist down her throat.
Teach them a lesson. They hate that.
Yeah.
Don't recommend that.
You ever seen a yak throw up?
Does she look
Bouncy.
happy? I'm
You ever
gonna
seen a
move out of the
yak
way
yet?
just in case she snots.
She does snot.
Ooh, she's bitchier in the other yak.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at her.
Just nothing. We need a camera on you.
No, we don't need a
Yeah,
fucking
we-
camera on
we
me.
I think that would be so
People
much
are mi-
fun.
People
We
are
could
missing
have-
out on this perfect yak impression.
I don't need a camera.
I love
Like
it.
I feel like I just
Just
need to
towards
climb on
you.
you right now.
I don't need a
Right in your
camera
arms.
of me making yak
We
face.
do. You make all kinds of faces and voices. We
You
need-
do.
They can hear the voices. I'm fine with that, but
They
they
need to
cannot
see-
see the yak
They need
face.
to see your extra.
There's only one person in the world that gets to see my yak face.
Well, not one person.
We make, we
It's
make
definitely
the-
not me.
We make the yak noises directly into the mic and then whisper, "Oh yeah," at the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, not oh yeah. God, what's wrong with you, sicko?
Okay, so she fed it. Now can she hop on it? Put it strap
Does
it
it
on?
look more?
Get
It
strap
seems
on?
to have calmed down.
Do not. God, you just
Okay,
can't.
Now I'm
stop,
going to
can
try
you?
slowly
Talk about using a strap on with a
and
yak.
Did you just talk about taking?
I did not.
She
This
did,
is not
but-
what I said.
What do you
Bruh.
expect?
I did not.
What do you
Bruh.
I
expect?
do not want to butt fuck a yak. Sorry.
She's
Whoa,
gonna
you said
be-
the butt.
Whoa! Why'd you
I'm
have to
sure
do
that she's
butt?
just the right height. No bucket required.
Always about the butthole.
JTRHNPR, just the right. Yep. No, I got it. Okay.
Did it,
Mindy.
yep, yep.
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 Yep. Alright, I'm gonna gently try to start taking this people shelf towards her.
Oh, dang.
All right.
Dad,
Roll a strength check.
Dad, go.
Why do I have to roll a strength check? I
Start
didn't have
the
to do that
game
before.
already. You weren't trying to fucking mount a
Maybe
100-pound
athletics?
wooden
Maybe the
seat
whole thing
on it
would be
before.
good.
Athletics.
It's
No.
cheddar, mozzarella,
That's a strength check.
Gruyere.
I don't like Gruyere. Tastes like potatoes, old potatoes.
15.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten that.
Now roll a acrobatics.
24.
So
20, 22. Sorry.
So You manage to put the seat on the back of the yak, and then you have to tie it, right? And secure it and fasten it and all that business.
The seed.
Seat. With a T.
Oh god.
You are able to secure the seat to the yak.
Seed. Someone's putting their seed on the yak's back.
Jack wouldn't even know the difference.
And I'm gonna try to climb onto it with the seat on it.
So the seat has a little place where you can put your foot to like
Athletics.
climb up into it.
Or
You don't have
acrobatics
to.
again?
That's how you get babies.
So you climb up into the
Like, go
seat,
for the butt.
and it's the seat seems very well built, and it looks like the yak's wide back kind of well distributes the seat. So it's a seat. It's not very comfortable, but it's a seat.
And you say, all right. If he gets his gun, we're good.
He says, "Are you going to buy the seat?
Yeah, I'll buy the seat.
45 gold.
How much is it for the yak and the seat?
345 gold.
I thought you meant the yak was half off. We got the seat on it.
Nah.
All right. So who all is riding on my yak? Because
Oh.
we're gonna split this price.
Well, I want to see if he can do it first.
Yeah.
Get that on your yak.
Yeah. Start getting it on the.
No, are you kidding? I really.
Bye bye,
can't.
Yak back. I'm gonna try.
Man, I would love to get a yak back again.
Oh
As stupid as
yes.
it's,
Oh
moving
man.
phone.
Ooh, we're gonna have to hunt that down. I forgot about those. Okay, I'm gonna pet my yak and talk to my yak for a while.
Okay.
Before I put the seat on.
It blows a snot plug in your face.
$14 on that.
I wasn't talking right into its face.
It
I was like,
turned towards
Yak, how
you.
you doing, bro?
It turned towards you and blew a snot plug.
Dang it. I don't want to give it any more salt. That salt's expensive. I might give it some pepper if it's not nice. Blow it right in the eyes. Okay. I'm gonna try to just petting it, and I'm putting the seat on it, and I'm petting it a little.
Roll a string check. You act like you can just kind of pull this thing up. Man, this is like over 100 pounds. This is a heavy ass seat.
Oh, okay. I
You
see.
can get it. You better show your strength. I'm watching.
19.
Okay. Now roll an athletics or acrobatics.
Ooh, that was not as good. 11.
Good enough in this case. So, boop. You're able to secure it. It's not super good. Like, it's not secured the best, but it's on. Did you jump in?
Yeah.
Test it out?
I'm gonna try it.
Alright. Seems on there.
I'm gonna hop
How
on his with
How
it.
does the yak seem?
It grunts every time somebody jumps in.
I'm
gonna-
gonna
Just kind of
I'm gonna
sighs.
pat- I'm gonna pat it.
Like on the head?
No, just wherever I'm closest to.
Okay. Just kind of on the side then.
I'm gonna talk to it.
What do you say?
Tell it I love it. It's a good yak. The best yak.
What's his name?
Tremendous yak.
What's his
Huge.
yak's name?
Yesy. Good, yes.
I guess I'll ride on his because I've taken measure of both of them and
Best
he seems
Yesy.
the best yacker, so I'm gonna hop
Tremendous
on
Yesy.
his. He's the
Yeah,
best at
the
yakking
best.
that yacker
You
off.
can braid its hair.
I might braid a little bit of its hair.
Put some
Braid all
beads in
of
it.
hair.
No, I won't.
It'll be a
That
rusty
might,
yak.
set it, that might set it off. I hate braids! Ugh!
Okay. So now you have 2 yaks with seats.
I like how we spent an
Pay for
hour
them.
dealing with yak science.
It'll
Don't
save us so
tell me
much time though.
Yeah.
It was so not worth it. We could have gotten adventures and
kinda-
other things, but
We would have
Okay,
camped
let's
a
pay.
few
Right,
times.
so who's getting on
Taxicab
each
to
yak?
dinner.
So your total amount after the 90 gold you've already paid
Which I
will be
paid.
690 gold.
okay. What's that split between us all?
100 and
Oh, 30.
And once we're done with them, we can also decide to sell the meat. Or eat the meat.
Surprised you don't want to raise them as undead.
32. Yeah,
Nah.
33.
It would be more compliant.
I don't know if I can do
138.
like that.
138.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll pay the 138.
How many plats is that?
I won't pay anything because I've already
13.8.
butter and salt.
Man.
No, I'll pay. But I only pay 38.
We got 138.
What? How many plats is it?
13.8.
God, I'll just do gold.
That's what I was thinking. Not worth it.
It's 13 platinum, 8 gold.
Oh, that would have been
13 flat.
easier.
Yeah.
Dang it, Justin, where were you at?
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah, we're
that.
not good at numbers.
8 gold.
Brandon can't even say it. My numbers. What's a my number?
Yeah, we're not good at numbers.
Man, I always thought that M was silent.
Arithmetic.
Reading, writing, arithmetic.
The 3 R's.
Reading, writing.
God, that's dumb. I'm glad someone else remembered that car though, that animatronic car.
What car?
We talked about that here last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not last
the police,
time.
It wasn't last time. It was a while
But
back.
yeah. I
Oh.
remember it.
That cop car is like,
Yeah.
hey guys,
Every
don't do
time.
drugs.
Every time there was one of those assemblies, they had it. It would come out. I would look
Okay,
forward
red
to it.
ribbons.
I would look forward to. Yep.
8 criminals.
We paid for it. Let's get these yaks out of here.
And
Let's
you weren't
get on
cool
the
unless
road.
you like shredded your
So-
ribbon.
Yeah. The bottom.
Bessie and Yessie, the
Get
yaks,
some fringe.
are yours to ride.
I'm not gonna get off, Yessie.
Ew.
I want you to get off.
No.
He says, well, sorry about the business with the broken seat, but I'm glad that you were able to find your yaks, apparently. We've had these yaks for quite some time and couldn't find anybody that could tame them well enough. Apparently the secret is salted butter. Who would have known?
How much butter do you have left now?
Plenty. 55
You're like scraping the
tablespoons.
bottom of the.
No, I've
thing
got
now.
55 tablespoons.
He started with 64.
Hey, I'm gonna put on my scary mask and scare her yak.
Okay.
Do that.
Roll d20.
Oh my god, if you do this and the
Roll
yak...
d20.
No. Oh,
Roll
yeah,
it.
okay.
Why would it work when I do
Ooh,
it?
I'm
This makes
gonna
me sad.
wine and dine her yak.
Get another
Dang
piece of
it! I'm
butter and
wasting
salt.
all my goddamn salt
He's
and
gonna milk
butter.
that yak. Make some yak butter.
God, it's gonna bite me.
So what do you do with the yak?
I wanna
You
go-
are just feeling so in tune with this yak right now.
Your yak
Ooh,
is gonna get
sexy
so
yak.
jealous.
You're gonna
Ooh.
scare her yak so bad, and then we're
First,
gonna all have misery.
I'm going to assume that I'm just so in tune that it doesn't even want.
Are
this
both of you in that
salt and
yak?
butter, so
3
I'm just
people
gonna try.
in
To,
the yak?
Oh, it
and
is
then 2
just
in this
drooling
I'm,
right
I'm
now.
gonna try to give it a hug.
It's drooling for that salt, man.
Okay, now I'm
For
gonna,
that salt
now
and
I'm
butter.
making a salt butter ball.
Wait,
A
not
salty
yours.
a salty butter ball.
You two are in her
No,
yak.
he is buttering up
Yeah.
our yak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Dang it! That's enough. I've only got 2 tablespoons of salt left. Can't even salt anything with that. Couldn't even make a proper beef jerky.
Can make a chicken bar. Some goddamn cat food.
Now let's ride these yaks out into the sunset.
All right, I'm gonna feed it. I'm gonna feed it that salt and butter. Ooh, I love it so much. I'm gonna give it 1 more butter.
Ooh.
It's gonna be 2. It's gonna be a 2 to 1
Too
butter to
much
salt
butter.
ratio
Too much
here.
butter.
It licks the butter salt out of your hand, like it's taking it, but also licking your hand a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
What's
and
wrong with
it lingers a little bit as it licks.
It kind of wants you in a weird way.
What's the other yak looking like right now?
It blows a snot plug at him.
I'm gonna have to hand service this yak.
No, let's go.
Alright.
Come on, quit
you gonna milk our yak?
and let's go.
Come on, that's how you get more yak butter.
That's how you get more yak. We can milk these. We can get more butter.
I know you're gonna have to milk ours.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second. I gotta take some notes about who's on which yak.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on Yessie.
I feel
I'm
like we're-
Yessie's.
there's a-
I'm the captain of Yessie.
I'll be on Yessie ship.
I'm
Oh,
on.
you're supposed to be on Bessie's.
Me?
No, him. I thought.
Why?
Well, I asked if you two were, and Jesse shook his head.
She's-
I said I'm on that one.
Not everyone can ride Yessie. I mean, I know she's the best yak.
I don't
He.
even care.
He, she.
Yessie's a he, and Bessie is a she.
Oh, is Yessie a he?
We
Yes,
can
he's a
make
he.
more. We can
Oh.
make more yaks. Stop the campaign right here. We
Yak
done
babies.
found our
Yeah,
I'm
car.
gonna
Yak
ask if the
farm.
yaks are fertile.
You've already left, thankfully, because I don't have to answer that question even
We'll
in
find out
character.
I'm gonna
soon
turn
enough.
around.
No.
I'm gonna go back and be like, are the yaks fertile?
I'm sure we can tell. We just get a sample.
We can let Cody handle that.
Yeah.
So.
You could definitely taste it.
That was sweet of you to give a wave.
You know, do what I can.
You do what you can.
Oh, shutting down.
That's the update.
Do 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 do.
Don't let her really know.
She wouldn't remember.
Boom, bum,
Can't
bum,
remember
bum,
DuckTales.
bum. DuckTales. Ooh.
No!
Sorry.
You added more.
Sorry
to
that
it.
you guys. I feel like I
DuckTales.
came from a different universe and that was DuckTales. So I don't think it's fair for you guys to judge me on it.
Only 17% love between D&D, LOL, and Friends now.
I did between friends and it said 3%, I think, between
Five.
me and friends.
I tried to do it like twice now and it didn't work either time, so I'm gonna stop.
You can't put a space between the exclamation mark and love, so it's.
I didn't do that.
Oh.
You totally did it. I don't know what you did. But look, Austin's didn't work either.
DuckTales.
Hmm? Oh, Brooke broke it.
That was the right DuckTales. Yeah.
That was not the right DuckTales.
Someone's calling me out trying to say that's not DuckTales. Well, you came from a different universe than I did.
Okay, that's that.
Alternative
Brooke, that's an
facts,
alternative
guys.
fact.
The link that was whispered to you.
I can't see whispers on here on the iPad.
Yes, you can.
Bernstein Bears.
No, it's not.
Whisper.
All right, so who is on Bessie?
I'm on Bessie.
Who else is on Bessie?
driving Bessie.
Careful.
Who else is on Bessie?
Just
I want
What are you
to look
riding?
I'm on Yessie with you.
I'm on Yessie.
I don't know what those lovebirds be. I may get on best on the other one.
All right, so you're on Bessie.
Sure.
Why are you doing this? Okay.
Oh, I
Oh
like
my
that.
god! You guys need to see this.
Oh, I
Is
love
it a penis?
it.
Someone
Yeah.
just sent
Oh,
me
yeah, I
this
saw that.
picture.
Thanks,
Ginger
Sassy. We love it.
Hi.
It's a rat.
It's a rat dong.
Okay.
That's a rat shim right there. I've
That's
seen one.
a rat shim.
It's a
We have a rat shims. I really hate this a lot. I'm not
I like
all
it. I wouldn't
okay
mind
with
getting
this.
pictures like that sent to me.
I
Ginger
love it.
Sassy A+.
A+. That's 2 thumbs up.
Oh, I'm smelling that cat breath.
What is that? Did you just take that out?
Do you remember the night that
you
Quincy
break this?
popped down and hit the hot tub and you freaked
Oh,
out?
God.
Halloween
You
night.
went crazy.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Okay.
How's your boyfriend doing? You want to say hi to him? Because it's you that this dude's got a major crush on. No joke.
Ginger Sassy's
It's
a lady.
Ginger Sassy. He came to see you. I'm
Oh,
trying to get him to say hi to you.
how sweet.
It's-
I guess
he
I'll
thinks it's
get on.
sweet. Come talk to your love.
So,
I'd rather you get off.
I haven't got any of my Amazon wish list.
Me
Ginger.
so you're on Yaks. Do you now proceed eastward?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in our best ability.
So the Yaks move pretty slow, and in town where the roads are cleared, you're moving slower on Yaks. Like then you go by walking,
Mm-hmm.
which is boring.
That's fine. It'll be fine once we
But
get
by the time you get out of town, you realize the benefit of the Yaks. Before, when you were trying to stomp your way through all the snow and stuff, you moved at about
Candy's ruined.
1/4 speed. On Yaks, you move at about half speed.
Ooh,
So you're moving quite a bit faster. You'll get there in a week now.
double the speed we were moving. God, this trip would take us like 1 day if we weren't on Yags in the snow.
Yeah, in the snow. So, you guys begin the trek.
No problem's gonna get there. Thanks to the yaks.
So the blizzard is a little calmer today than it has been.
God, it's springtime in Holland now. It's like it's so beautiful. We don't even need yaks.
It is still very, very cold, and the wooden seats don't do much to protect you from the snow So you pretty much spend a lot of time shoveling snow out of the seats since they're wide open on the top. But you're able to get pretty far on your first day as night begins to fall. What do you guys do?
Make
Well,
a hut.
What will
Can
we
we
do
make
with
two
these
huts?
yaks?
they'll run off.
No.
We
Can
will
we
not
make
just
two
let
huts
these
and put the
yaks-
yaks in their own hut?
No, he only can have one
Yeah, I
active
could-
at a time.
Yeah, because I think it's a concentration. But
You also have to be in it.
yeah, I could like almost like make a
could sleep
Venn
with the
diagram
yaks.
of them, like hang out in the middle of two. I mean, they can hang out in the cold. We'll find them a tree and put them under or something.
Okay, let's do it.
Are there any caves?
Not anywhere nearby.
We better get off the main road so we don't
Oh,
get
yeah,
another
let's not
ticket
get-
or something.
Let's not get a
Are we
parking
45
ticket.
minutes out of town by
Oh, yeah, you're like
Yeah, we don't
8 hours out of
There
town.
might be another tiny town that we don't know of, some little
Yeah.
province that we're unaware of. So
I'm okay setting up wherever.
yeah, let's like are there any decent trees that might cover like or at least give some kind of covering from?
You haven't seen a tree in days.
Okay. Well, let's just go anywhere then.
Sorry, Axe. We can put some blankets on them.
The closest thing to a tree or any kind of cover that you found, there is a like rock overhang that you could possibly stash them under,
Okay.
but it's got a lot of snow on top of it.
It doesn't
That
make
might be
any
an
difference.
avalanche.
You're just still right.
Hazard.
Yeah, let's just leave them right out here.
You're just qualified.
Right outside of the.
We'll put some blankets and stuff on them.
Can we do like the burning
They need
hand
more
stuff to
blankets. We
melt
need
a
to light
bunch
them on
of
fire or
the-
something.
the snow
Disagree.
on top
Do you
of
have any
that
heat
rock ledge
spells?
thing?
You could try it.
Burning hands.
Well, what's the level 1 spell? Firebolt.
Yeah.
Firebolt all the snow. All the snow. Don't firebolt like the rock ledges. Firebolt.
Firebolt
snow.
the axe.
No, don't firebolt the
Firebolt the
axe.
They have plenty of fur.
No, firebolt the snow.
No, mine's like a
Why
cloud.
do
He
we
would,
do the snow?
he would,
Let's
she
go on
would
the
go
hut.
off in seconds. He would.
They must have a wet ground.
Mine's got a bunch of hairspray in it.
I'm going in the
No,
hut.
you don't have
I've done
one.
it too.
You're on
There's no
mine.
hut, yeah.
No, I'm on hers.
Oh.
Trying to figure out what we're gonna do with these yaks first.
I feel like just putting them in a blanket is just not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what we can do.
I mean, there's
for
that
'em.
rock ledge we can put them under, but I feel like that's dangerous. Like if something falls off that, or if like there's an avalanche. Or...
Can I do like a check for like yak survivability in this type of weather?
Do we know?
Yeah,
Do a
can I
nature
try to
check.
think
Know
of
if they'll
ways
fit
that you
here
would keep them
in the
alive?
hut?
Nature or survival?
Oh,
I mean, how many people can you fit in
that's
your
my
hut?
specialty. I'm here.
22.
Which one? Nature or survival?
25 survival.
23 nature.
Which one?
13 nature survival. Sorry.
So nature.
Sorry.
Dang it!
My nature.
Nature survival.
Nature
My
stops.
numbers.
We don't know no numbers.
You guys put your heads together to kind of figure out what you can do with these yaks. So, there aren't any trees nearby, but you suspect that a pretty small fire, that you, if you could start a fire, would probably keep them warm. However, you
Might draw attention to us.
would probably need to tie them up to something, even though they're not likely to run off in case they get spooked.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Definitely.
Is there
Well,
anything nearby that
Definitely
we can
want
try
them
to do?
standing
Yeah, there's
still
some
when
rocks.
they get eaten.
I'm gonna do a perception to see what the most
We don't
sturdy
want to be
thing
able
we
to get
could
too far.
tie them to is. Auto 20.
We might have to raise the bones.
You find this perfect rock that looks so sturdy and is just amazingly shaped to tie yaks to.
And we
It
think we
actually
should
has
build a
a hole
fire
in
near
it.
them to keep them warm.
So you're looking around for something to set
want
ablaze.
Tinder box.
Well, but what are you gonna burn?
Yeah, should give me wood.
I swear some stuff we can burn.
Just ever so slightly, you manage to find sticking out of the snow what looks to be a tiny little branch. Actually turns out to be an entire felled tree
Alright.
as you dig down deep into it.
How will we dry it?
It's already dry.
Oh.
It's just cold.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
It's not wet, it's just cold.
I'm gonna be like, help. Help.
Someone some
I don't speak
strength. Get
common
up there,
anymore,
help
so I'm
I
just
have
like,
no
help.
strength.
Who,
There's something wrong with her.
Help.
She's hurt.
Fire.
I don't have much
He's
strength.
helped you.
At least
Help.
help your friend.
That's
please.
You go and assist.
I don't know what's wrong
Roll
with
strength
it.
checks.
Neither do
9.
9,
Take your aid.
10.
10.
I can shut it
I see them struggling, and I can try to go help too. 17.
Oof, oof, big pop.
Saren pulls it, finally lifts it from the snow. It
He
ain't
tries
that
his
easy.
dick around the branch and just yanks it out.
You almost
Little-
pull something in your back,
Little do
pulling
we
it out of the
see
snow.
this rope running from his yak. Kind of like
He's
tossed it
up
in the
his,
snow.
up his sleeve. He's like,
Funny, that would have been pretty good idea, but nobody thought of that one. So instead, you
man.
nearly bust your back pulling it out of the snow.
But I didn't. I lifted it so hard.
we'll see tomorrow how you feel.
Alright, so we tie up the axe, make a little fire.
Well, you gotta chop the wood.
We chop the wood.
With what?
God dang your logic.
You're being so fussy lately. What did we do to you?
I can,
So fussy.
I can help
You're
chop
being
it.
such a fussy
chap,
DM.
chap it. I can chop it with some daggers.
I've got a shiv.
I don't have anything to chop
Like
with.
he's like just gotta start sawing away at it. Does anyone have any weapons, Cody?
Let's just
I have
set
a
the
rapier
have
and a
weapon.
short
What do you
bow
have,
and a light
Sword or
crossbow.
anything?
Great sword.
Can you cut into this wood? We got it.
Great sword? You want me to dull my sword?
Yeah.
I could use my spell chop.
You know, chop spell.
It's a level 0 spell.
It's actually it
If only
doesn't
we had-
chop wood. It's
Gotta
just a
chop,
TV
chop,
show. And Alan Brown comes out.
If only we had crib.
Chop, chop, chop.
If only.
I do have magic weapon.
catch your hair up and
I
then
don't like that.
tangle it up.
Quit making that noise.
That's mouth.
I'm gonna viciously mock that wood. I'm gonna make it fall apart mentally and emotionally in its confidence. And its
I don't
ability to
have any way that I could chop this stuff up. I can
Peel
butter
off.
it.
You could butter it.
If you-
Butter a whole fallen tree.
If you want it buttered or lemon peppered, I could do that.
Let's
I can
see.
Do you
salt
think
it.
I could give it some grapes? How much fruit would I need to eat for it to be a dinner? So I don't have these rations.
Probably like one melon or one of the bushels of grapes or whatever. So, do you have any way to chop this tree?
Oh my god, he really did.
I have a great sword. Do I think that will be effective against it?
You could
Great
try.
sword's probably better than the other options we have.
I actually
Better
have
a
2
shiv.
great swords.
Can I don't know what kind of check I need to do. If I was to cast Blight
Why do I have so
on
many
this
whispers from
dead
him?
tree, it talks about how if I target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature,
That's
such
a
as a
lady.
tree or a
No,
shrub,
it's not.
it
It
simply
might be.
withers and dies.
It's not.
This,
It's already
this dude
dead, though.
definitely doesn't look like a lady.
Would it like
Might
dry
be.
out or make more
Pictures,
brittle or
dude.
anything?
Oh, show me.
Or-
Show me.
Mm,
Hold on.
maybe you could maybe do that.
Quick.
Got
It's
a
a
bedroll.
4-foot spell. I don't
I
want
just
to do
blocked
that.
him.
I'm not-
No.
Well, I was gonna say you don't think it'd be worth the
No.
spell.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
I got a bedroll.
That's so awkward.
I can't go to his face.
What
I
is?
can only get a little thumbnail.
Oh.
Did I just block him?
Hey,
All of
can
this.
we,
It was like-
All of it.
What's the thing said? Someone to do like a
Oh no, that's fake.
thematic reading.
It's a fake picture.
No, it's not.
Fake picture.
There's no picture.
It's a picture right there. I just saw it. My eyes. My
I didn't
fault.
see it.
She didn't see it's not real.
I
That's an alternative picture.
I don't. Yeah. I don't have object permanence. If I didn't see it, it's not there. Doesn't exist.
Well, now I don't. I'm not looking at it right now either, so I don't know if it exists. All right, I'm just gonna start
ready to
hacking
go
away with
sleep
my
in
great
the
sword.
You're gonna hack at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, gotcha.
+1 great
So-
sword.
Is it a dick pic? Aww.
The other one is.
Aw, you wanted to see a dick pic.
I didn't
So-
what I asked for.
Like, oh,
Great
boy.
sword is not
Aw, man,
the
no dick pics.
best thing to
Texture?
chop wood with.
Huh?
Yeah.
You
But
want
I
to text
mean-
him IRL?
No.
It's all right.
Better
It-
than our other options.
It
I'm
functions.
about to put
It takes you a while.
Chat.
Roll survival.
No. It's terrible.
Where'd my die go?
No.
There it is.
God, you guys, it's awful. Do not do that.
I'm doing it.
I'm gonna block it
I'm
as
just
soon
kidding.
as you do it.
Well-
He's already blocked, so I can't even get to his stuff.
All right. So, I mean, you chop the wood. You ruin some of it, but you manage to chop enough to, to start a fire for a couple nights.
Now how could I ruin it more than a fire could?
Well, so the biggest problem, like the biggest thing that you've probably done to screw it up, isn't that it couldn't still be burnt. It's that you've either chopped it too big, and you'd have to chop it again, but then if you chop it again, it's too small. Most of the time, it's because you've chopped it too small, and it won't burn for very long. Like, it'll just burn up instantly.
Okay. There's not much finesse in my cutting.
No.
Got like logs that are this big, and I've got toothpick sized ones.
Somebody take that away from him.
I know, we're on incidents over there.
Too many incidents, bro.
I'm on the spectrum, bro. Can't stop.
You're gonna have to shoot Ginger Sassy a message.
Stop, you guys.
Quit bullying her friends.
Please.
It'll calm you
I didn't
down.
even say anything. I'm the one that's getting whispered at.
So,
This
Take
typical,
it
do you start the fire?
typical victim shaming.
Did you start the fire?
Yep.
How? Roll survival.
Quit. I'm about to chop your neck off with this.
Oh, don't chop my neck off. I need it bad.
That was a really violent
More
thing
neck.
to say, and also impossible with this.
I mean,
Survival.
technically it's possible.
I'm gonna kick your neck off.
Kick it in
Four-
twain.
What is
14.
that thing? Like, what is it meant to
I'm
do?
gonna come over there and
Spin,
pop
spin,
your eyeballs
spin
out.
it.
Are you
Spin
just
it.
supposed to play with it?
You just spin
14 on survival.
it. Spin it.
Okay.
Don't spin.
You are able.
I don't really
To start
get the
fire.
other bearings. I
Congratulations.
feel like that's a waste
Yes.
of bearings.
Wait.
Do you use a whole day's worth of firewood or just a little bit? Or
How
what?
much do you guys think I should use?
Can we take some of it with us? Is there room?
Firewood.
Yeah, you probably take some of it.
We'll take some with us, but use
Stick it on the chair.
just like enough to keep them warm through the night. To get the yaks warm.
Let's say you have 4 portions of firewood.
When one portion
I
will
just
keep
threw it
them
at my
warm through
phone.
the night. Okay.
No.
Well then,
Better
yeah,
use
use
two.
one.
Let's see.
Two
I'm
portions.
trying to make sure I didn't.
One
two
portion will
yaks.
keep them,
My phone.
but one will keep them warm for the night.
There's 2 of them.
But them.
There's 2.
I think it's going to keep both the yaks
Two
warm,
portions.
correct?
1 portion of firewood will
One?
keep the yaks warm all night.
One will absorb all the fire,
Let's
though.
use 3.
Like one just stands over it.
This is an obvious greed trap. We don't want to get too greedy.
These are demon
Not
yaks,
buying
and you
it.
know it.
Someone's gonna make a deal with them. Don't even say it out loud. So one of you guys will be out there at night talking to him like, "Come on, man, just tell me where some gold is. Come on, I'll give you whatever I want. I trust you."
You need a
No.
bigger stool, Poe. Please don't leave.
So the yaks look like they're gonna keep warm. What do you guys do now? How do you feed them, by the way?
Hut. Oh, well, do they have yak feed? Yeah, actually, you feed them. They're probably well fed with butter.
Yeah, they're buttered
Oh,
up.
well
butter
buttered.
and salt.
Yeah, that's
They're
got
well
a lot of
buttered right
calories
now.
in it.
So you create food and water?
The next
Yeah.
day,
You do it.
They're
they have a
just so bad.
shine about them.
Butter sheen.
That could be the fact that old Yessie got Bessie pregnant while we were sleeping.
I don't think so.
You have to
I
move
hope
that
Oh,
with
yes,
the
yes,
butter.
yes, you're
I
moving.
hope
What was
so.
the question?
Do you cast create food and water?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want us to just like stop adventuring and open up like a yak farm.
So you guys,
Yes.
Make yaks.
you guys are able to eat and drink off of his create food and water, and the yaks are able to eat.
So the yaks. And they do. Like the do. Don't encourage Austin. If anyone but Austin, it would be okay, but it's not.
That's good logic. You'll laugh at these jokes.
No, it's just. They'll get more and more outrageous.
We're gonna have to wrap up.
You didn't have enough coffee, did you?
I had too much. And I'm crashing.
So
We gotta get to this yak fest.
you guys are 1 whole day into your week-long journey to East Haven.
Let's get at least a couple more days in.
That's too many days. It's already 1
Well,
a.m.
hopefully we won't have to do this each night now that we got it done.
It's only
We can
1
just roll
a.m..
for it and
I want to cut down another tree. We've only got 4 nights worth of wood. Well, actually less. If we use some during the day.
No, you just need to. You have 3 nights now worth.
Okay. 3 nights left.
as make it through those 3
What's
nights.
this? What has he sent to me? This bubblegum head.
Oh, I like that. I like that guy.
Do you know what it is?
No.
All right. You guys are able to make it close to East Haven, and we'll wrap up here as you guys arrive to East Haven.
We've arrived already?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I rolled it all up front.
We speed.
Speed
How
walk.
far from the mountain is New Haven? Or East Haven?
It's about halfway there.
What? They said we were in a week. Or was it only a week to East Haven?
So it was 2 weeks to East Haven. Then you got Yaks.
But how
So
far
now
is
it's
it
a
from
week to East
to
Haven.
the mountain?
Another week on Yaks.
Good thing we got these yaks, huh?
Papa Yak. Alright, is this the end for us for
Yep,
the night?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, stream. I want to tell you
Alright,
I
Strim.
love you.
Like a bro
And
insist in Christ.
Like a bro insist in Christ.
Assist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sis,
Just
yes.
like that.
A bro insist.
And I have pillows I don't use for sleeping no more. Good night. Love you. See you later.
God, now you gotta go walk over there and turn it off. That's awkward.
Yeah.
You need a remote.
Na, 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 na.
You've already given the ending. I mean, what do we do now? We just stand here? Just